more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, the interfacegram www.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hawk.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Ho, ho, ho.
On the Mark is under new ownership and better than ever. With 6,000 square feet of sports entertainment and over 40 flat-screen TVs, it's the best place to be for all the games. Enjoy the best smoked wings and ice-cold beer while you cheer on the Razorbacks. Plus, every time the Hogs score, take advantage of the Woo Pig Shot Special. On the Mark Sports Bar and Grill, 2588 North Gregg Avenue in Fayetteville. All the games, all the time. On the Mark Sports Bar and Grill, where the game never stops.
Have you heard? The Pleasure Playground just got a little bigger. Cupid's is growing. That's right, Cupid's Lingerie just opened its newest naughty location in Fayetteville at Crossover and Mission in the Walmart Shopping Center. Cupid's is a boutique specializing in all things pleasure and play, from lingerie to, well, everything you can imagine and more. Visit shopcupids.com today and treat someone special to something special. Cupid's Lingerie in Bentonville, Springdale, and now in Fayetteville. Cupid's Lingerie. Enjoy.
Hey there, I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. We had a cold front move through this morning, which is continuing to drop our temperatures this afternoon. Mid-40s around 3 o'clock with northwesterly winds gusting up to around 25 miles an hour. That's going to make it feel just a bit cooler than it already will be. You can expect, though, gradually clearing conditions, and clear skies tonight will really allow those temperatures to get cold. Mid-20s early Tuesday morning with a return of sunny skies. I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. I hope you have a great start to your week.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. This is ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
With DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
Here we go on ESPN Arkansas. Andy hit that line now app.
It's been a while since we've had the fam together.
Oh, boy, do we got something today. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we got some stuff to talk
about. Oh, man. Good to have you with us here. It is a feast week.
It is. There
will be a feast.
Yep.
This week.
A Laurel and Hearty handshake to the MBI members, the Platinum Plus MBI members who patiently waited outside for us to open the door.
I know.
What are y'all doing?
What
are y'all doing with your
As
life?
far as waiting in line goes, and a couple of things. Number one, I can see the, as we say, the metrics here behind the scenes, and it gives me great pleasure that there are 0 viewers on Facebook right now, because that is not our jam, man. These are the elderly. These are not our people.
It's nap time before dinner.
That's also true.
Okay.
But secondly is there is no shorter line to wait in for the quality of entertainment you get here than this one. I mean, think about it. You could wait in a line for 3 hours to see some concert, and that's going to run you up hundreds of dollars. But here, you wait in line for a few minutes, you get in here, and all this stuff free. It's a tremendous bargain for you, the consumer. It's a great deal.
We give and we give and we give.
It's a great deal. Yeah. It's a great deal. DQ's here.
Hi, DQ.
Hello.
How's your weekend?
It was good.
DQ came and saw me at the stadium shop. She brought the boy in the well. And Kenny
was he on a leash?
He was on a very tight leash. He was not.
Not true.
What's funny is when I would speak to him, he would look at her to make sure it was okay for him to speak. Yeah, tell me I'm wrong.
You are wrong.
I am not wrong.
That's how it goes down, huh?
Yep. I got 2 new sweaters.
She did.
And 2 hats.
Yep.
Wow.
And someone insisted we get an Eric Musselman bobblehead.
We still got those?
That was on the $5 rack.
Yeah.
Price to move.
Yeah.
Kenny and DQ's mom came by. Say hi.
They are
festive.
I'm glad you brought up the little guy that used to work here because they're playing the Maui Invitational in Maui this year at the Lahaina Civic Center, and this is the first time back in there since Eric Musselman and all of his sycophants declared the gym too small, and that's the reason he was yelling at fans and got into a fight with the fans in that Louisville game.
San Diego State.
San Diego State game a couple years ago. They beat Louisville. They lost to San Diego State.
A bad Louisville team.
That's right, coached by Kenny Payne, who now works here.
Right.
So time,
around and around and around we go.
Time is a flat circle, as they say. But yes, we sat in here and talked about the poor behavior choices of one Eric Musselman, and everybody out there texting and listening to the show to a man said we were wrong, and that he was in the right because those people were saying yucky things to him, and we should leave him alone. My, how the turntables have turned on that regard.
Turntables have turned.
Right.
And
Yes.
turned. Yeah.
That's right.
It's first. I love Feast Week. It's like one of my favorite things. Because we get live sports during the day, which is enough to keep me occupied when not working. And we got Memphis and UConn on. It's good.
I love being right 2 years ago and being vindicated 2 years later. That's what I love.
Long games.
I played a long game. Right.
All right.
I love it. Oh, man. Let's see here. You can text us or you can call us here a little bit at 866-285-4005. Let's see here. Lay off the Red Bull.
Yeah, I haven't had one in like a week, so I'm off the purge, and we're back at it. So,
Damon has texted in. How do I get Gucci Road tickets?
Well, it's Gucci Row, and you buy them.
Hey, I can get you on Gucci Road.
Right,
That's easy.
Now,
hang a left at the.
You're gonna have to cough up. Now, are you talking about for tonight? I'm assuming.
Okay,
not hard to find.
This is beautiful.
Okay,
this is beautiful because tonight we break the tie. Tonight, we find out for real if this place is serious or just a front-running place like the rest of them. Here's what I mean. Tonight, there's a men's basketball game. There are plenty of good seats available on SeatGeek, who's an official partner of the university, for 15, 20 bucks. If you want to go, you can go. And there are no excuses. The kids are out of school. You may be off work. You probably are off work if you have an actual job, unlike us who are stuck here for 3 days. There are no excuses.
None.
So you either show up tonight and plus the last time your coach called you out for not showing up a week ago in this same spot. So there are no excuses tonight. And who cares about the opponent? You're going to see the Razorbacks, not the opponent, okay? So there are no excuses tonight. We find out what it's all about tonight. Is this a front-running place or a we're going to support, we're the best fans in the sport place?
I'm on SeatGeek right now. You can get last row in Bud Walton up at the very, very top, $7. 4 of them together.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you can go. So is it really about the money or is it just we're a bunch of lazy people? We're going to find out. We'll find out. We'll see what it looks like tonight on TV.
I think, and I might be a row off here, but I have the what I call DQ's graduation seats available for $12 together too.
There you go.
So there you go. They're
go.
available.
Right.
Easy
You
to
can
find.
go. You can do this. I believe in you. I believe in you learning how to use the SeatGeek app. So that's so we're gonna find out. You get the best coach you've ever had with the most talented team you've ever had. Let's see. See what this is all about. We're going to find out here at 7 o'clock tonight at the Palace.
I have a feeling the crowd will be light.
Well, I do too. But I mean, and I wonder what the excuse will be then.
It's holiday week. I got them at the ready. What else you want? Well, I know how. I mean, it's just like holiday week. Weather's bad. Drive's too far. I mean,
you know what we
I
need?
can do this all day.
You know what we need for Arkansas fans is we need in here a wheel of excuses, and we'll just spin it.
We had one,
yeah,
but we broke it.
We did.
Yeah, remember when we did the
we
the
had
wheel
a
of coaches when they hired Musselman?
Yeah.
Yeah, we broke it then.
Well, we need a wheel of excuses, and then we will be like, well, this happened. Let's see what the excuse is now. Oh, there's a holiday in 4 days. Oh, that's what it is. Clearly. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Bob and Branson has declared he's lazy.
Okay, well then,
at least you're honest.
I respect that if you just are straight up with me. I can't do anything with that. I just have to say, okay, well, you know what? I appreciate your candor. I appreciate your candor in this matter. But we're going to find out what it's really like. Larry is back in town. We saw that over the weekend.
Yeah. The bowl. Now, did he get like a new lacquer on him? I have
no idea. I don't know. I don't know what. I did see him. I don't know if they, polished it. If they did that thing like on that really awkward clip in Big Lebowski where they've got the
right,
the towel,
right.
With where they're polishing the bowling ball. I don't know how that all worked. I don't know if there are shoes.
I'm just glad to
involved.
see they found him. I mean, Larry was the only trophy left in the building.
Right.
They took everyone else. They took all the others. And
I am looking forward to having to put the hard sell on for a month about a Liberty Bowl with Kansas State. That is going to be so exciting. I can't. I wish I could go.
Said the Liberty Bowl. Maybe it's Orlando. We don't know.
We
don't know.
Well, I think Alabama's going to Orlando now. After
no. I mean, right now the committee's trying to shoehorn them back in. I mean, the AP put them 13th to give them any excuse to put Alabama back in. I feel like Charles Van Doren just lost. Well, get it back on the show. That's a 50, 60, 70-yeold reference.
Yeah, but a 30-year-old movie, so that's a little bit better. I mean, that's how that works.
They are. I was laughing like Christian and I were doing the post game. They will find a way to somehow shoehorn one of these 3 or 4 loss SEC teams in just so that the SEC gets their required 4 bids. Right now, you got 3. You got 3.
Yeah,
and I love it. I think it's wonderful. Get them out. Let's have some fun. Let's change it up a little bit. A very mid-league this year.
You can get in here at 866-285-4005. Well, as is usual, the Razorback football program has committed the accomplished the bare minimum for success, and they are trumpeting it as if it is a playoff appearance for themselves. Like watching a baseball team in July celebrate like it's Game 7 of the World Series, which, of course, is the latest in the downfall of Western civilization. So we'll talk about all of this when we come back here in a moment. 866-285-4005. And the SEC has caught on to my 2-for-1 field storming. Now they're fining you twice. So much for that scam. That's not working anymore. We'll be right back here in a moment. Stay where you are.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
Football season is here, and that means early morning and late nights cheering on your favorite team, but don't tackle game day on an empty stomach. Head over to Einstein Brothers Bagels, where every bite is a win. From their fresh baked bagels and signature schmears to hot savory breakfast sandwiches, Einstein Brothers has everything you need to fuel your day, whether you're tailgating or watching from home. Visit Einstein Brothers today and grab your game day essentials. Einstein Brothers Bagels, where champions eat breakfast. Find your nearest location at einsteinbros.com.
Day is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Call Sean Garrison in Rogers or Griggs Covington in Farmington.
For over 45 years, Tanksley's Body Shop has been the trusted name in Northwest Arkansas for all your auto collision repair needs. Whether it's a minor dent or a major collision, Tanksley's skilled technicians will get your vehicle looking like new again. John, Mitch, and Arlene understand how important it is to get you back on the road quickly and safely. Visit them today in Springdale and see why generations of families have trusted Tanksley's for nearly half a century. Tanksley's Body Shop. We meet the nicest people by accident.
Attention! Attention!
Cheap Sleep Furniture and Mattresses going out of business sale has been extended. Everything must go. Unbeatable deals on top quality furniture, mattresses, and appliances. Save up to 90% off brand new living room, dining, and bedroom furniture. Whether you're looking to upgrade your home or get new appliances, now is the perfect time. Hurry in for the best selection. Once it's gone, it's gone. Cheap Sleep Furniture and Mattresses off exit 86 in Bentonville. Sale ends November 30th.
Hey gang, Blake Young here with Wood Power Sports. Currently, we are overstocked on select Polaris, Honda, Kawasaki, and Can-Am product. If you're in the market for a new side-by-side, ATV, or motorcycle, come see us soon. We're about to blow these out, and I can promise you they won't last long. Also, these products are high-demand products, not your typical on-sale stuff that no one wants. Our deals won't be beat, and your buying experience will be unmatched. We look forward to serving you. Wood Power Sports, solid name you can trust.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Oh, man.
Coach, are you okay in there?
Just flushed my keys down the toilet. Now I can't get in my car or house. What am I going to do?
Coach, I've been telling you, call Papa Lock. They'll get you a new set of keys and have you back on the road in no time.
Thanks, DQ. I'm calling Papa Lock right now.
Now what?
I can't find my phone.
Aw, Coach.
I'm going in.
Papa Lock. Your keys, your car, your house, your sanity. Call 479-444-9900.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Pinnacle Grove Senior Living is an independent, assisted, and memory care community, offering amenities such as theaters for movies, libraries, cafe coffee shops, fitness center for exercise and wellness, heated indoor swimming pool, green space areas, dining room for restaurant and freestyle dining options, and many others. Come visit Pinnacle Groves today, located at 5520 West Northgate Road in Rogers. Contact Scott or Elena at 479-662-8183 to schedule your Pinnacle Groves tour today.
Let Sassy's Barbecue cater your next event or watch party. Sassy's had some of the best pulled pork, brisket, smoked chicken, award-winning smoked wings, and baby back ribs there is. And to make the crowd go wild, don't forget Sassy's great homemade sides like mac and cheese, baked beans, and loaded baked potato salad. If you can't make the game, come watch the Hogs at Sassy's Red House on College or on the biggest TV in Fayetteville on Sassy's Patio off Weddington. When it comes to barbecue, catfish, burgers, and more, nobody does it better than Sassy's. Eat, drink, and be sassy.
ESPN 99.5. Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Your news is brought to you by the Good Chair because I had a place to sit. Get the Good Chair exclusively at the Stadium Shop. Stop by, tell Robert Ernest Mann that Joe Bonamassa sucks, and you want to be seated. The Good Chair. Shout out to Melissa holding down the Facebook viewership. Yeah, thank you, Melissa. Hey, we got hoops tonight.
Arkansas, will you make the final? Wacky uniforms with the pigs with horn. Did I hear you say you were playing a game today with the home crowd yelling, woo, pig suey? Hey, those pigs may be hogs, but they're kosher to me. Capiche?
The Hawks of Maryland Eastern Shore have sojourned to Bud Walton Arena to take on the Razorbacks tonight. Razorbacks 3-1 on the year. Maryland Eastern Shore, they're 2-6. Basketball Power Index says Arkansas has a 99% chance to win the game. Bet Saracen says Arkansas is a 34.5-point favorite. Football team, fresh off gaining bowl eligibility, takes on Mizzou this weekend. Game time scheduled for 2:30 p.m. And Razorback football team got themselves another wide receiver of the weekend. 4-star DeQuayne Prevost from Texarkana chose the Razorbacks over Texas, Oklahoma, and Penn State.
Your poll question. How many Thanksgiving dinners will you be attending this year? 0, 1, 2, or more than 3? 48% of people just said the 1.
Question.
Yes.
I've already attended one. Does that count?
Yes.
Okay.
That counts.
All right, 3.
Would that be a Friendsgiving since it's not the week of Thanksgiving?
Yeah, but I'd still say that counts.
It counts? All right.
Yeah.
3.
9.6% said they're going to 3 or more. 33% like me are going to 2, and 8% are going to 0.
Wow.
Very
What a
sad.
brave 8%.
Yeah. Traditionalists is what they are.
Zach, you wanted me to put this up?
I did.
Are we, as a society, using LOL too much?
Yes, we are. I got a double LOL. I got LOL in response to a text.
I love LOL.
I don't like LOL. We're using
Lol.
it too much. We're overusing it.
I love it.
Okay.
It's like my it's like using a period.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Punctuation
It's
now.
my punctuation.
Okay.
81.1% of people said yes, lol. 18% said no, lol.
That's what I'm talking about. If you use it too much, it's become blasé.
And do you have sitting jeans and standing jeans?
No.
So you don't want to sit in
Why
them
would you wear them if you can't sit?
because they look good when you're standing.
Great, but when
they
you sit
feel
down,
bad when you
yes,
sit.
yes, things get scrunched.
Yeah. It might just be a girl thing,
I think it's a girl thing.
but every girl would know what I'm talking about with sitting and standing jeans. Those are your poll questions. Go touch grass.
BE with a very funny change to the song. Arkansas, will you fill the lower bowl?
Hell no.
Way to go, BE. That's fantastic. All right. We are here, 866-285-4005. Another poll question. Is Friendsgiving just another reason to get together and get drunk?
Seasonal booze.
That's right.
Seasonal booze are better than any booze.
The sweetest booze of
That's
them
right.
all. Yeah. There you go. All right, here. Okay. We are here. I'm glad you're with us here. Now, on Saturday, the Razorbacks defeated a pesky Louisiana Tech team to get their 6th win and to achieve bowl eligibility.
Bowl immortality.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be, in the coming weeks, on all of our programs, giving you the hard sell on this being, whatever it is, the greatest bowl game of this or any other life. So I'm very excited about that. But Sam Pittman is, the culture of the program of Razorback football is to celebrate very little accomplishments as if they are giant accomplishments. And there is an unearned arrogance that has really been throughout the program for the last 5 years or so. So it was not a surprise that after once again achieving the bare minimum standard for success in today's college football, bowl eligibility, Sam Pittman walked into the press conference, at least metaphorically, if not actually, like Vince McMahon, arms swinging, chest puffed out, so excited about this great and amazing feat that they've accomplished, which totally means that Missouri's going to beat them by 30 this week up in Como. But in any event, he claims that it's your fault and my fault and everyone else's fault that his job was, which seems to be safe for now, was such a large and pervasive topic of conversation over the past few weeks. It was our fault. And here's what he had to say about that following the game.
Guys, y'all's been making a lot of money off of, is a guy doing this, a guy doing that, or whatever, or your opinion, whatever. I've never one time worried about my job. I promise you, not one time. So, I wish we'd kind of move on because it kills us in recruiting.
So, there you have it. Better be nice. Hurting our recruiting.
Yeah, hurting our recruiting. I get it. Look, they have outgained preseason prognostications. All right, there were a lot of naysayers that thought they would win 4, 5, maybe 3, 2. Who knows? So in that regard, yes, bowl eligibility as far as the program goes is a good deal because you're going to be playing in December. It's a hell of a lot better than not playing in December. You can go forward and sell that. I wasn't wild about the Larry the Bowling Ball celebration. It's not my style. That's fine. Hey, if the kids like it and it's great for optics, fantastic. I wouldn't know the difference. I watched them Saturday, and there's no way you can objectively tell me that the first quarter was any good. The same problems still exist. Taylon Green can't throw the football, and when he does, you have to hold your breath. There are still problems that exist within the program against when they play really, really good teams. And they're going to play a really good team on Saturday in Como. But, a bowl game is a bowl game is a bowl game is a bowl game. That's a free trip. You get 15 extra practices. You get to work on your younger players. You get to sort of evaluate who's staying and who's not. Your roster's going to look different. There's going to be some guys who are going to opt out, and they're going to go elsewhere. At least you'll know in advance, and you can work out some of the younger players. I didn't like the idea that he's walking in there, I got a text from Hutch going, "Hey, did you hear Sam talking about the media?" Sam, this is your job. When you're under 500, as you are in your career, these sorts of conversations go on. So you want to puff your chest out, if we're being 6-5, cool. That's fine. This is a football team that needs a lot of work, this season and into the offseason because that schedule next year is lethal.
What's funny to me is that the only person that seems to not realize what the rest of us realize is that he is not the right man to achieve giant success at Arkansas. It'll never happen with him. It's not going to happen. But the only person that seems to not know that is him. The challenge with Sam Pittman is this. It's been said millions of times. He was brought in to get the program out of the ditch, and he has done that. Mm-hmm. Now the challenge for Hunter Yurachek is you have to make a move before he puts it back in the ditch. That's what you got to do. And whenever that may be, look, he did it with Mike Anderson. This program was not in the ditch when Mike Anderson got fired. They were coming off of an NIT appearance. They won a game in that NIT, and then they went on the road and lost, I think, at Indiana. But the program was not in bad shape. And Mike Anderson was pretty popular. But they fired him and they upgraded Derek Musselman. I don't think there's any doubt about that. As much as we like to make fun of him, for being a hothead and a genuine pain in the butt most of the time, he did win here.
He won some games.
So and it was an upgrade. So now the challenge is whenever this comes along, you've got to pull the trigger before he puts it back in the ditch. Whenever that is, that's what you have to do. Whenever that may be, because if Hunter stays around long enough, and Sam, starts turning out threes and 4-win seasons, they'll both be fine.
Yes, yeah. There's also in the era in college football in which we are in, your roster over the next 35 days is going to change drastically. Your coaching staff may change drastically. If you can get Pittman and his coordinators and most of your coaching staff back, and you got a good chunk of the roster back that you feel good about, you know what? Going into 25, you've got some hope. You're going to a bowl game, maybe you get to 6, 7, 8 wins. That's cool. I mean, 8 wins is still on the table. If you got to 8, there's no way you could objectively look at it and go, this season was a failure. This season was far better than I think any of us expected. They go 6 and 7. It's still better than what we expected, but an anticlimactic ending. He's got to have a plan going forward. That would be my thing. Is what's your plan going forward? I would like to hear some things. Don't give me the normal runaround. Don't give me the mush mouth talk. Tell me what your plan is going forward. How are you going to take this thing from 5, 6, 7, 8 wins and get me to 9 or 10? I don't expect you to be there 10 out of 10 years, but I think you should be in that 8, 9, 10 range 6 out of 10 years. I don't think that's unrealistic. But as far as we've gone so far, I haven't heard a thing. I don't see a plan. I think we're just going to run it back. Taylor Green will be back next year unless he's asked to leave, and we're going to be right back in the same boat. And I don't see enough of a plan right now for them to look at him and go, yeah, you're our guy going forward 4 or 5 years down the line. I don't think he'll make it that far. I think he'll go to the lake before any of that happens.
Well, he'll be sent to the lake. I mean, this man's own, in my opinion, this man's main motivation for all of this is money. And in a moment of blunt honesty, there we found out about it because he talked about all the money that's being made off of him. This is why he was never going to retire, and the people that said that don't know anything of which they're talking about. He's going to get that cash, man. That's what it's all about. That's why he was never worried about his job, because he knows the money is, 50 or 75% of it is guaranteed no matter what the record is. That's a very nice safety net to be sitting on there.
If he beats Missouri this weekend, he ties Hugo Bezdek for all-time wins. And then if he were to win a bowl game, he ties Lou Holtz. He's in a very weird spot because he's still under 500. Nobody can sit here and go, these 5 years have been really great for Razorback football. You can look at 1 year, and that was year number 2 with Traylon Burks. That year was pretty good. Outside of that, it's been very up and down, very schizophrenic, and frustrating, I think, for Razorback football fans. You're going to have to convince me going into year 6 that this guy is the guy. We've seen this before in college football where, it's just kind of a muddled thing. Everything's fine. You go to a bowl game 4 out of 5 years, whatever. But they've made no progress. They're stuck in the middle. They haven't been able to reach that upper echelon of the league, and I don't think he's the guy to do it. The more and more I watch it, I don't believe he's the guy to do it.
No, he's taken this as far as it'll go, and it's just a matter of when will that decision be made. And it seems like we're a year away at least from that, maybe more. But this is as far as it can go. Like the ceiling has been hit, and now it's just floating around underneath that ceiling. But this is the way it's going to be. A good, bad, or indifferent. This is what it is. We know what this is. We've seen 50 some odd games. There's enough data out there. We know what it is. And we know once again that against a lesser opponent, a non-conference opponent, they played with their food for another quarter and a half last week against Louisiana Tech.
You can have a year like 21 where you go 9-4, but is it sustainable? You can. I mean, Ty Willingham won 10 games twice. I mean, anybody, if you get the right mix, schedule matches up, anything like that, you can win 10 games. But it's what do you do the subsequent, the years, the 3 years afterwards? Are we back to 4 wins or 5 wins? Was it an anomaly? And you can look at the 9-win season and go, yeah, that's the anomaly. This season's more the norm under Sam Pittman. It's the 500, going to be below 500 in the league, 500 overall, struggling with some teams. I mean, they've struggled with UAB and La Tech. It's just, I don't know. I mean, they play games, especially on the road. They play games to their opponent. Whoever the opponent is, they play to the level of that opponent, and it's maddening at times. Saturday was a tough watch. The first 20 minutes of that game was a tough watch, really tough watch.
Well, I was watching the Ted Turner documentary during the first half of that game, and then my wife comes home from work and it's like, "Why is the game not on?" I don't know. Actually, I walked and then I watched the Ted Turner documentary. And I mean, you know what it's going to be. Like, it's predictable. So why put yourself through that? You know what I mean? Why do that? Now, I went up and caught up on it later, but I mean, if I know what the movie is, I'm not watching the movie. This is the great thing about, and by the way, I need to find some of you people who are caught up on Yellowstone, because I have no one to talk about, and it's driving me. I have no one to talk about Yellowstone with, and it's driving me crazy.
He was telling me about it earlier, and I'm just like, yeah, great, cool.
But I don't know what's going to happen week to week in Yellowstone. That's why I watch. With this team in a non-con game, I got a pretty good idea how it's going to go. So there's no reason to watch. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Okay, I got this question over the weekend. I got it on Hog Reaction on Saturday. How many wins would this team have with a previous Arkansas quarterback, Allen, Casey Dick, Wilson, blah, 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 blah. Still nobody to block for him. I mean, unless you fix that, this thing goes nowhere.
And that is the ultimate thing that will cook the goose here. Not the unearned arrogance, not the obsession with money, not all of this stuff. The fact that this self-proclaimed offensive line expert has never built a championship caliber offensive line in 5 years as the head coach. It has not happened, and I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay, first of all, I don't know where the offensive line guru thing came from. I don't know where that arrived from, but
that's what we were told when he arrived as the assistant.
It was
coach.
the selling point, and I get it. But the offensive line is still, man, you were getting beat by La Tech, and they were slanting away, getting in the backfield, and creating trouble. And it's Louisiana Tech. They were frisky. I'll give them that. But that's not a team that should be driving Blackstock back into the quarterback. That guy gets turned around. I mean, it is alarming how badly he gets beaten on the majority of snaps he plays.
Yeah. What text here has brought up the revenue sharing. Let me explain to you how revenue sharing is going to work. Because some of you follow Major League Baseball, a lot of you don't. So let me explain how this works. Major League Baseball has a television deal nationally that everybody gets the same amount. And then locally, the bigger markets make more. Like the Mets and the Yankees have bigger TV deals than Tampa Bay and in Miami, right? And the Dodgers have a big TV deal. Mm-hmm. So it's an unfair system economically. Unfair is not the right way to put it. It's an uneven system economically.
It's secondary money in college football. There's no regional sports networks. So, it's secondary money. What can you raise outside of what you're given? That's going to separate the good from the good to the great and the good from the bad.
So what's going to happen with this revenue sharing is what's very similar to Major League Baseball, where there is going to be some money that everyone has. But then there's going to be that additional money that the haves will still pile on top of through the NIL collectives, and the have-nots will still be, crying poor and wanting everybody to get 10 friends together and donate $10 a month, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's really not much that's going to change other than like the base salaries may go up. But this revenue sharing is not the wonder drug. All right, it's not the Ozempic that's going to make you skinny all of a sudden. Like it's going to raise the floor, but the ceiling is still going to be completely uneven, and the haves are still going to have more money than the have-nots because of the the giant NIL stuff. So, I mean, as much as people are clutching to this as like their saving grace that's going to make it all even out, it's not going to make it all
help.
even.
It alleviates some of the pressure. At least they've got some funding to go do some things, and that's going to help a little bit. Are you in the arms race in the SEC? No, not yet. That's still the goal, is to get into the SEC arms race. But it does help. You can still go get players that you couldn't have got before. You got $21 million to play with. See what you can go get. I don't know. I don't know what a player costs now. 300, 400, 500. What's it cost? What's the top left tackle cost? Because you need two of them. Two.
And probably what they'll do is get a guard and just kick him out to tackle because, that's what we need. Even though he's never played it in his life. And then he'll look like a turnstile out there, too. It's just a
Blackstock.
I know. It put in a position to fail. Put in a position to fail as so many before him have. All right, ESPN Arkansas, and you hit that line now at 866-285-4005. Stand by.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop. Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side. Nope, I saw him, Matt. You still do believe in Santa, right? Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess. A couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the Interfacegram WW.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hall.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Ho, ho, ho.
On the Mark is under new ownership and better than ever. With 6,000 square feet of sports entertainment and over 40 flat screen TVs, it's the best place to be for all the games. Enjoy the best smoked wings and ice cold beer while you cheer on the Razorbacks. Plus, every time the Hogs score, take advantage of the Woo Pig Shot Special. On the Mark Sports Bar and Grill, 2588 North Gregg Avenue in Fayetteville. All the games, all the time. On the Mark Sports Bar and Grill, where the game never stops.
Have you been suffering with foot pain, knee pain, lower back pain, or plantar fasciitis? Do you feel like you're putting your life on hold? And maybe you've even tried all kinds of remedies with no relief. You might even be considering surgery, like Kathleen.
I was buying new shoes every 3 months. It was terrible. I was in tears a lot. It hurt that bad. For 2 years, I was watching these commercials thinking, this can't be real. You know, you're never going to find out if you don't try. So my legs and my feet do not hurt like they did before Good Feet.
And Dave is also a satisfied customer of the Good Feet store.
Whether you're young or old, these are life-changing. I've tried the rest. The best is Good Feet.
You have nothing to lose except for your pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication, and no waiting. Good Feet arch supports are available today. Come in and see what we can do for you. We're located across from Walmart on Mall Avenue in Fayetteville and in Rogers on West Pauline Parkway behind Gearhead Outfitters in the district. Walk-ins are welcome.
The All-American Steakhouse in Springdale is gaining a reputation for the best steakhouse in Northwest Arkansas for their steaks and entrees, like the blackened chicken pasta, mushroom marsala pork chops, and of course their ribs. Choose the salmon salad, blue cheese wedge, or chicken Caesar salad if you're in a lighter mood. You know their wings. They'll get you through any football game. We can't name everything on the menu, so download their app or go to theallamericansteakhouse.com and start planning your next visit. You'll also find information about their event space. Holiday party planning is here, so don't miss out. The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater on Sunset in Springdale.
Northwest Arkansas. Hi, this is Stacy with ProMix Concrete, a division of Ozark Ready Mix. We're a local ready mix concrete supplier, and I'd like to invite you to call our team. We'll provide you high performance, optimized ready mix concrete and top-notch service for any and all of your commercial, DOT, and residential construction applications. Call us at 479-480-3060. That's 479-480-3060, and we'll take care of your business. Ask yourself, do you need a mix or ProMix?
With over 30 years of experience, 50 Meadows Floors and More can turn your home into a showplace. Whether you're in the market for carpet, tile, hardwood, luxury vinyl planks, or custom showers, 50 Meadows Floors and More can take care of you. Locally owned and operated on Highway 62 West in Farmington, 50 Meadows Floors and More is ready to serve you with an outstanding selection and service that is second to none. Give them a call today at 479-306-8495. Receive 10% off if you mention this ad on ESPN Arkansas. 479-306-8495.
Whether you're planting a tree in your backyard or trenching at a construction site, a call to 811 helps prevent dangerous damage to underground utilities and is the first step in keeping yourself and your community safe. Hitting a line can knock out service to your home and neighborhood, resulting in fines, damages, serious injury, or worse. Safety is in your hands. Call 811 before you dig. It's easy, it's free, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Black Hills Energy.
Hey there, I'm 4029 meteorologist. Majestic storm. We had a cold front move through this morning, which is continuing to drop our temperatures this afternoon. Mid-40s around 3 o'clock with northwesterly winds gusting up to around 25 miles an hour. That's going to make it feel just a bit cooler than it already will be. You can expect, though, gradually clearing conditions, and clear skies tonight will really allow those temperatures to get cold. Mid-20s early Tuesday morning with a return of sunny skies. I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. I hope you have a great start to your week.
ESPN 99.5.
We don't read the headlines, we make the headlines. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We move on here, and Lane is with us in Cave City. Hi, Lane.
Hey, guys. Hey, just got a quick question. We'll see what y'all's thoughts are. So, going back in our history, who do you think is to blame for the state that we're in Arkansas football? Or do you think it's Jeff Long or Frank Rules, or who would you blame? Or does it just basically amount to Arkansas's always been kind of that average football team? We just played in the Southwest Conference with a lot less talent for however many years, and people got used to us being top of a mediocre conference. We come to an actual powerhouse conference, and our true colors finally show, and people just haven't adjusted to that. I just want to kind of see what y'all's thoughts were on that.
Go ahead. Can I break it? Can I break it into three parts and take the last part first?
Yes, Mr. Van
Thank you.
Doren,
All
you
right,
may.
guys. So, when Arkansas joined the SEC in the early '90s, they were not physically ready. I've told the story before. I went down to the Independence Bowl, standing on the sidelines, getting ready to play Garrison Hurst in Georgia, and you looked at Georgia's athletes and you looked at Arkansas's athletes and went, "Oh God." They just were not physically ready. So they were behind the eight ball when they joined the league. They also had a confluence of events happen, which has led to this league taking off, namely Nick Saban arriving. You've just witnessed one of the greatest dynasties in the history of the sport, and it happened in your division, in your league. So, yes, you're going to be behind the eight ball, and every team in that league, especially in the Western Division, when we had divisions, was trying to keep up with Alabama. And sometimes, they got closer to it. It's just, we witnessed, it was a phenomenon. Now, I think Alabama's coming back. I think the rest of the league has stepped back a little bit. The door's open. You have a chance. I don't know that anybody's to blame. We've said this before. Frank traded competitiveness on the field for financial security. And this is the trade-off. You could be in the Big 12 winning 8, 9, 10. Anybody think they wouldn't be competitive in the Big 12? I personally think they'd be one of the better teams in the league.
But I don't think they would have been invited to the Big 12 until maybe in the last 10 years.
Maybe.
They would have bounced around like TCU and not had a home in Coosa or the Mountain West for the better part of 20 years until finally the Big 12 said, yeah, maybe it's time that we extend an invite. So this was not an automatic. They had anywhere to go. In fact, that they had nowhere to go. This was the only escape hatch that they had.
I think the Saban thing and the phenomenon at Alabama is mostly to blame for not just Arkansas's struggles in the league, for a lot of people's struggles in the league. LSU was forced to go absolutely radical and to compete with them. Same thing with Auburn. And when A&M came in, Johnny Manziel, I don't think went to class once. He's getting paid on the side. The teams were doing things to try and keep up with Alabama, and they simply couldn't. This is nobody's fault. It's just happenstance. This is where you are. But I do think the league is sliding back a little bit. I think the door's open for the teams in the lower half. Vanderbilt's going to a bowl game. They're 6-5. They were nouveau riche in the middle of the season. That was fun. But they returned to center. They're probably going to go 6-6 and go to a bowl game. You like that?
Wow. You talk prettier than 20. Never mind. Sorry about that.
Yeah, DQ, that's Blazing Saddles.
Yes, it was. Sort of.
When they entered the league, they were not prepared for what they were about to face, and it showed. And it showed for a while. The 90s were a lost decade. Outside of 99 and 98, it was 95 and 90. I guess 95, 98, 99. Those were kind of the outliers. But it was just they just weren't ready.
There's so much there's so many things that you could branch off of this particular discussion with. One of the biggest, now that I'm thinking about this, one of the biggest detriments is they don't have that real rival that's been pushing them for the last 30 years. Alabama's had Auburn. Auburn's had Alabama.
Right.
Ole Miss has Mississippi State. Mississippi State has Ole Miss. That thing that drives you. All they had was Kentucky basketball to push men's basketball. And that's been the driving force for the 30 years. You have said it. You couldn't say it more perfectly. The trade-off was we're going to get our head kicked in more often than not, and I believe they're 30 games below 500 in conference play in 30 years in football. But, man, we're going to have a rock-solid
We're going to be here.
50, 70, 90-year relationship with these people.
You bring up TCU. They avoided that nomadic journey that TCU has been on. Now, they're in a good spot now in the Big 12.
But it wasn't always
But it wasn't that. Right. It wasn't always like that. I mean, they were in the
WAC,
Yeah,
too.
they were in the Mountain West at one point.
Yeah.
So they avoided that nomadic journey. It's just, man, this league is good enough where if you have a year or two where you're just off, it can lead to a snowball effect of 6 or 7 years where you lose a decade. And that's what we've lost here, is essentially a decade. You've had 1 or 2 good seasons in the last 10 years.
So another thing that happens when you talk about this kind of stuff is the powerful and mighty person on the microphone, usually a man. The man on the microphone proceeds to talk as if you're a fan and you want your team to win. There's something wrong with you. And that is not in any way, shape, or form, A, fair, or B, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you be a fan if you didn't want to win? I mean, what's the point? I mean, there's something to do. Like, all the fans want to win. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you also, you have this weird thing where you want to win, but you also have to kind of take the temperature of the room of where you are and what the whole circumstances. They're not going to go to a playoff with Sam Pittman as the head coach. It's not going to happen. And they have cast their lot with that, and they're okay with it. At least that's the way it is now. Because why would they not be okay with it? We still talk about them all the time. You still watch any video or clip or anything thousands of times that involves them, and the stadium's still full. Why would it matter? The cash register is still churning regardless of
the mountain that they have to climb every year to just simply be in the playoff conversation. Think about how many teams in this league do you look at and go, they should be thinking about the playoff every single year. Texas, Alabama, LSU should be.
It's the usual 15 suspects.
But I mean, it fills those 5 slots that you could potentially fill up very quickly. And you've got to be able to overcome not just the middle and the bottom of the league. You've got to get past those 5 teams to get to the top of the league. So it is a very large mountain that they have to climb. We just had somebody text in, we can't get the Texas talent anymore. It's not about, if you have help wanted signs and a high profile player believes you can get them to the league, they will at the very least, entertain you as far as seriously thinking about your program. Then it comes down to, what are you going to do for me? How much are you going to pay me the NIL aspect of it? And when you get into that discussion, there's a separation between A&M and you, or Texas and you. You've got to be in this player development business. You've got to be able to see players 3 years down the line as they develop. And what they're going to be, not what they are today. 5 stars and 4 stars, man, go get them if you can. But you've also got to be a very keen eye to develop talent. And I think that's where they've been in this. They're trying to get into the arms race, and they're going to a gunfight with a knife.
I think another thing too, from the C-suite, from the top floor, looking at all of this, whatever's going on now, pretty full stadiums, lots of attention, lots of eyeballs, online, on air, whatever the case may be. All of this, record or no record, all of this is better than it was in 2018 and 2019, when you could have fired a cannon in that stadium and no one would have been injured. So they've seen it at the worst. And in terms of the bean counters and the spreadsheet, it's not at the worst. So and they're not motivated to do anything.
In the win-loss column, it's better. I mean, they won 4 games in 2 years.
500 is better than 4 wins in 2 years. 500 is a whole lot better. They're
3-4 in the league. You win the game Saturday, you're 7-5. You're 4-4 in the league. It's a pretty good year.
Yeah.
Considering where you were when the season started, what you've been through, to come up 7-5, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
That gets you to a bowl game that's probably warm, and you're probably going to have an opportunity to go win number 8, which at the beginning of the year, if you'd said 8, I mean, people would have kind of looked at you like, maybe you were huffing pain or something. I mean, that's ultimately what people would have thought based on the preseason numbers. But it's better than it was. I'm not sure that it's going any farther with the current regime.
No, I mean, this is what it is. We know what it is, and it's just a matter of you ride this. It's like craps. All right, you've got money, you've made money. When do you back away? And then do you back away before someone rolls a 7 and everybody loses all their money.
Let it ride.
That's the game that's being played. Is pretty good hand. I mean, people are getting paid. Nobody's getting, totally rich here, contrary to Pittman's comments. But you got a hot shooter at the table. They keep rolling the points, 6s and 8s. At some point, you roll a 7, and the challenge for Hunter Yurachek is you need to be out of the Sam Pittman business before the 7 comes, and everybody gets wiped out. That's the challenge. That's what they did with Mike Anderson. They got out of the Mike Anderson business before he rolled a 7 and the program tanked. This is the dangerous game that's being played here because it's going to happen. They're going to win 4 or 3 again, and then what? Then everybody loses their job. But you got to know when to walk away from the table. And right now, it seems like they're going to stay at the table.
You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them,
yes,
know when
Kenneth.
to walk away, know when to run.
Yes.
Then you count your money when you're sitting at the table.
You never count your money when you're sitting at the table.
DQ, that's the gambler.
Right.
Like Kenny Rogers.
Like Kenneth Rogers, yes.
We lose him?
Yes.
We did?
Yes.
Oh, man.
4 years ago.
Really?
Yep.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Start of COVID, we lost him.
Okay.
I don't remember if that's why, but we lost him. 2020. That's
Valentine's Day. Bummer.
Yes, that's right. All right. There is Razorback basketball coming up very soon here. ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app. Arkansas and Maryland Eastern Shore, which is also going by the acronym UMES. So it's Arkansas versus UMS. Yumis.
Sounds more Greek.
That's right. Stand by for the Yumis game here in a moment. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app, and if you'd like to make a little wager on your favorite sporting event, Bet Saracen is right there on your phone. All the football's there, basketball, tonight's game is there. It's all there on the Bet Saracen app. All you have to do is go to the App Store and download Bet Saracen or go to betsaracen.com. App Store, Bet Saracen, or betsaracen.com.
It's Monday, November 25th. I'm Phil Reed. This is your 4029 News Update. Portsmouth police say they arrested 39-year-old Fausto Leon Morales in connection to a hit and run that sent one child to the hospital. An Oklahoma grandmother is suing the state superintendent, saying she is fed up with schools not following state laws when handling bullying. A man is dead after his camper caught fire in LaFleur County. Authorities were called to a fire on Carter's Lake Road Saturday morning. XNA is seeing a travel boom as they gear up for a busy holiday travel week. Travelers through XNA is up 14% compared to this period last year. From the River Valley to Northwest Arkansas and everywhere in between, make 4029 your home for the best live, local, and late-breaking news.
Your Mach 1 market moment.
They're going down. I mean, we're having consistent changes, and it's all kind of negative changes.
What was it, 4 months ago? You could go buy a 5% CD pretty easy on the open market. Now we're at, I looked today, it was like 4.3.
Right, which is pretty tremendous. So that's forward-looking markets when the rates really haven't fallen that much, but that's kind of what happens.
Well, what got us in this situation was rates were at zero, essentially zero. They were at zero, the Fed funds rate, and then they increased them by 500%.
Right,
very short
in a year.
And the market was looking out, it's like, okay, we don't think rates are going to be this high 10 years from now, 20 years from now. So that part of the curve did not increase, right? Rates were not going up at the 10 and 20-year terms.
Basically calling the bluff.
Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. For full disclosures, please see advisorinfo.sec.gov or mach1financial.com/disclosures.
Sterling Bank is your community bank. As a bank, they know the biggest asset is the community they serve. Sterling Bank values its role in Northwest Arkansas and works hard to make the community stronger each day. If you're looking for a bank that offers top-notch customer service and a complete menu of products designed to make your banking experience pleasant and productive, visit your local branch in Fayetteville or Rogers. Sterling Bank is your community bank. Member FDIC.
Still need the perfect Thanksgiving meal? Make it easier than ever with the Honey Baked Ham Company. Whether you're a ham lover, turkey lover, or everything lover, Honey Baked has complete meals for any size gathering. Try the Honey Baked Ham and Turkey Feast, a signature bone-in half ham, smoked or roasted turkey breast, and your choice of 4 delicious heat and serve sides like double mac and cheese or maple sweet potato souffle. Celebrate every bite this Thanksgiving with a delicious complete meal from Honey Baked in Fayetteville, Bentonville, or online at honeybaked.com.
Before you go play, swing by Golf USA in Fayetteville and check out the latest offerings from the biggest names in golf. At Golf USA, they're honored to be included for the 5th time to Golf Digest Top Fitters list for 2024, in addition to making Ping and Callaway's lists. And at Golf USA, they are always expanding their expertise and their offerings. Check them out in the Office Depot Hobby Lobby Shopping Center on North College in Fayetteville. Golf USA, we're as golf as it gets.
What time is it, Northwest Arkansas? It's time you knew that since 1956, Swift Jewelry in beautiful downtown Fayetteville has been the go-to place for expert in-house watch repair and restoration. Whether you need a simple battery or crystal replacement, band adjustment, or your grandfather's old pocket watch ticking again, our expert watchmaker has decades of experience meticulously making sure your precious timepieces are running correctly. Come visit us in Fayetteville next to Hugo's. We're Swift Jewelry, your personal jeweler since 1956.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. This is ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
With DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
All right, we continue here on ESPN Arkansas. And they hit that line now app, 866-285-4005. I want to talk about Chuck Woolery coming up here at some point today, who died yesterday at the age of 83.
He'll be back in 2-2.
2-2, yeah. We'll talk about him at some point. Maybe we'll do it now. I do want to get back to this. You see, people are, we've got a text here that this is the calculus that's at play here with this particular situation at Arkansas. Here's the text. Sam Pittman got Arkansas off the mat. Now Arkansas is semi-stabilized, and it's time to go find a coach that can take Arkansas to the upper level. The risk is the next coach would put you back down on the mat. That's the risk. That's the delicate dance that has to be done here, because you know where you are with this guy. You know where you stand. It's the devil you know. You're perfectly in the middle. You're never going to be great. Occasionally you might win a big game in October, might play in a big game in October, but generally, you are firmly in the middle to lower middle of SEC football, but you're not at the bottom. And the reward is, well, obviously you bring in another guy and you soar to heights not achieved consistently here in 30 years of being in the SEC. The risk is it's a big name, it's a splashy hire, and it fails like the others have, and you're right back where you were
Bielema's a big
6
name
years
and a
ago.
splashy hire, and that did not go well.
Nope, did not.
He's the most qualified football coach they've ever hired.
Yes.
Based on his career when you hired him, the best
blind resume. He's the guy.
He's the best. He's the best you've come up with.
Right. Had one good year.
It's a tricky job in a lot of ways because you don't have a lot of homegrown talent. The homegrown talent for the last couple of years, the staff. I can tell you now, the staff on campus doesn't have great relationships with the high school coaches around the state. Do they
have any relationship?
They have a few, yeah, but I mean, a lot of the top players have gotten out, and again, I've said this over and over and over again. If you can get 12 to 15 guys in your state to commit to your school that are quality football players, that creates the base of your recruiting class. You can spend those NIL dollars on the guys that are, the 4 and 5 stars that are outside your range. I still think and I look at it in 10-year spans. They should be in that 7, 8, 9 range 6 out of 10 years. You're going to have a year where it just doesn't go right. You get a bad mix, it fails. Maybe you exceed that, a couple of extra times, but you should never be, 4 and 8, 3 and 9. That should just not happen. Not with the facilities, the recruiting, all of the things that go into making this program what it is. Just shouldn't happen. But I think you have to look at it in 10-year increments. Sam Pittman, as far as his career goes, his 5 seasons here, the 2021 season's an anomaly. That was the year that everything came together. It clicked. That he's returned to the median since, and this is what he is. Or returned to the mean. This is what he is. He's a 500 coach. He's below 500 in his career. They milked everything they could out of that 9-4 for 2 years after that, and here we are. I think they're in a decent place, not a great place. They're in a decent place. They're much better than they were, like you pointed out. They're much better than they were when Chad Morris was here.
But in a lot of things, like you can be better, but if the narrative catches on that you're not, then that's what's going to be the perception. You can be in a better spot, with whatever issue you may be having. But if you feel like it's not better, then you're not better. And some people feel like it's not better because in the 5th year, I'm just saying some people.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty clear where I stand on this whole deal.
What do you mean, some people?
Well, there's people. There are people that think in year 5 you should be, throwing darts at the playoff and see what happens, and that's just not what's happening.
I think it's unrealistic to think, at this point, especially coming from where you were. I mean, you're 7 years removed from a 2-10, and then back-to-back 2-10s. You're 6 years removed. So it was a long road back, but the program is stable. There aren't any scandals. They're winning games. They have a chance to go 500 in the league, which they don't do very often.
Look, with all the metrics, all the metrics are good. Stadium's full. People still care. People are still talking about it. People say that they're not interested in it, but when you're saying you're not interested in it, you're actually still talking about the thing you're not interested in. So that doesn't work. You don't have apathy. You don't.
Apathy was at the end of the Chad Morris era. That people had enough.
Right. You're still in that. You're still in that part where people say they don't care, but they actually do care,
right.
Which is not apathy.
Right.
Apathy is when you say nothing at all. That's apathy. You're not there. And when you see, when they, videos and hits and clicks and likes and all that stuff, it's all high. So the propaganda machine is still churning. The cash register is still going. So it's a pretty big risk to put all of that on the line with an unknown commodity. I know what you have here. You know what you have now. And to wipe that all out on an unknown, and we, as we mentioned before, you can get the most qualified guy ever. It doesn't mean they're going to win here automatically.
It does not.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything because again, blind resume, the most accomplished coach they've ever had, flamed out.
Yep, he did.
So
he did.
It doesn't. There's no guarantees here with any of this stuff. All right. 866-285-4005. They're very safe right now. It's like it's peacetime, all right? They're not bad, but they're not great. They're in the middle. The middle is safe. It's comfortable. Everything right now is comfortable with the people who are and you're going to have some people complain, but you can generally shout them down by saying, this thing or that thing or whatever.
Season's not over yet. I mean, there's still a chance you go 8-5. There's still that opportunity. And if you 8-5 is a fine year. It is a fine year. Is it what you ultimately wanted? No, it's not where you were. 8-5, you double your win total. Focus on Missouri this week. And we're talking big picture stuff. You're playing a team that you've beaten 4 times in your history and never up there. And
6.
And you got a coach that treats this like it's his Super Bowl.
Well, that's the difference right there. This is a big game to Missouri. It's never been a big game to Arkansas. And until it's a big game for Arkansas, they're going to keep losing.
I get the feeling, and this is I think most of it is aimed at Eli Drinkwitz. I think they don't like him. I think their hostility towards Missouri isn't necessarily towards Missouri yet, but it is towards him. And maybe they're a little bit more focused. Maybe they go up there and they get it done. It's a big game for Missouri too. I mean, you got to understand that. That's a big game for them to stay in the top 25. But you got to take that rivalry seriously, man. You go up, you get that win, man. Everything's right. Everything is right. You can smile. You can celebrate. That's a good year. Is it ultimately what you wanted? And the nerds on the internet are going to be like, don't celebrate a 7-5. You know what? Go to hell. I mean, it's a good year. It's a good year. Not a great year, but a good year. A solid year. You go 7-5 in that league, you're fine. You can build off of that. And that's all you're looking to do now. You're out of the college football playoff. You want to springboard into next year.
The Missouri thing is interesting because the first few years that they played them, and they haven't played them every year since they joined the league, like Texas A&M. They started playing them in 14. So they were in the league 2 years, and Arkansas didn't play them. But they played every year for 10 years now. And, Arkansas, it went back and forth the first 2 years. And so that fed into the Arkansas fan thing that, well, we're better than them. They got one, but we got him back, so it's all good. And then the losing started. And everybody blamed that on Bielema and then Chad Morris. They didn't blame it on the fact that they still turned their nose up at Missouri as being, beneath them. And then Drinkwitz came in and really, lit the powder keg on this thing. And everybody then turned their it wasn't about beating Missouri. It's still not about beating Missouri, Zach. It's about beating him.
Yeah.
They want to beat him.
That's what
Everybody says, yeah, exactly. They don't want to beat Missouri. They want to beat him. They
Yeah.
want to shut him up. That's what they want to do.
And you know
so
what?
they still have this arrogance about being better than Missouri.
And the byproduct of beating him is that you beat Missouri. And no, I don't believe it's a full-fledged rivalry. Missouri takes it a lot more seriously than Arkansas fans do.
The proof is in the records.
Absolutely. and I know this for a fact. Their coach takes it incredibly seriously. This is his Super Bowl. This is the game of all the games on his schedule. If he's going to win one, it's going to be this one. And that's the tough part because they get amped up, man. And that game's at 2:30. It's always weird up there. It's always gray and overcast on 2 days after Thanksgiving. You got to meet them. You got to meet that energy level.
So we have here, I said last hour, and we're all about accountability here on Ruscin and Zach. We strive for accountability. Thus, we have built, for those of you watching on television, the wall of promises behind me, right? Okay?
Yeah.
And earlier I said Sam will never make the CFP. It is now on a card. And with your permission, I will now attach this, please, to the wall of promises. All right, so to review the Wall of Promises, for those of you on radio who can't see it, and it's hard to read on TV anyway, the Wall of Promises currently says that you have promised that Eli will be gone next year.
He will be gone. I said 380 days from whatever date it was. He would not be the head coach.
November 7th.
Okay, he would not be the head coach there.
I wrote down on the Wall of Promises, Dion to Dallas with Shador. Belichick's going to coach the Giants, and Gruden will be somewhere in the NFL next year as a head coach. I've also promised that this year the SEC will not win the college football playoff and that Sam will not make the college football playoff at Arkansas. Those are the Wall of Promises here at Ruscin and Zach. Now, if one of these comes true, we move them to another wall of...
the Wall of Facts.
Facts. The Wall of Facts, yes.
And as of yet, that has not currently been constructed.
Right. Because we have the one thing that was on there, we took it down. What did it say?
I don't remember.
There was something on there, and we didn't get it.
No, we got something wrong. Oh, you said that Arkansas would
that's right.
beat Texas, lose
I
to
said
Louisiana
that they
Tech.
would beat Texas and lose to Louisiana Tech. And it was backwards. They lost to Texas and beat Louisiana Tech. So we're 0 for 1. That's what's happened. Here's a text. I think Gruden joined Barstool.
He did.
Right. That's not the Supreme Court. That's
not
not
a
a
real
lifetime
job.
appointment. All right. He could coach in next year if he wanted to.
Well, hell, Doug Gottlieb's doing a radio show and coaching.
Yes, he is.
So-
I'm sure that's a fine product too to listen to.
Which one?
The radio show.
Oh, I thought I was talking about Green Bay basketball.
Well, that's probably good.
That's
too,
probably
though.
not great.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So that's what we got going on here, man. A busy Monday here.
Busy,
866-285-4005. We can tell you. Well, we'll tell you in a little bit what's going on. We'll update some stuff going on here. Here's a text. Sam not making the CFP should be on the wall of Captain Obvious.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's that obvious.
Well,
okay.
You're in the right league. You got the right vehicle to get to the college football playoff. You just have to put it all together for a year.
Right.
It's not impossible, but it's definitely you got to climb a big hill to get into the playoff in this league.
So here's my experience with college football in 2024. Because when you focus on one team, you dislike all of your enemies, right?
Of course.
You don't like this school or that school and Ole Miss. And I was so happy to see, God almighty, was Jackson Dart shaving points on Saturday
Did I
against Florida.
tell you that Jackson Dart sucks?
That
I said that, right?
That is one of the worst performances under pressure I have ever seen in any sport.
This is a behind-the-scenes look of how that went. Jackson Dart throws an interception. The league comes in.
Give him the ball back.
So they give him the ball back. Jackson Dart throws an interception.
Give him the ball back.
He throws another pick.
Can we find a way to give him the ball back?
I mean,
they were progressively worse.
Yeah, it was like, stop throwing it to the guys in blue, man.
Like the first one was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was the one that got dropped that was bad. And then the last one
into triple coverage
was one of the worst throws you'll ever see under pressure by anybody in their life. It was unreal how bad it was. But not surprising because
but that's what Jackson Dart is.
When you're named Jackson with an X, it's just hard to be a tough guy. I'm sorry. It's just tough. Your lot in life has been cast. You're just not tough. You're not ready for that moment.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching A&M gack it up. That was fun.
Right.
And then the Alabama thing I got on late. I didn't realize that they were losing until late. But I mean, if you can sit here and argue with me about whether that's a top 12 team or not, I will never listen to you. That is not a top 12 team.
No, it's not. It's not.
They are a very mid football team. They're fine, but that's not one of the 12 best teams in the country.
The SEC is a collection of mid teams. Nobody's great in the league.
I heard somebody say this over the weekend. There are a lot of good to very good teams in that league. There is not an elite team in that league.
That's correct.
And this is the problem. Is now you've got this, and look, it sorts itself out. The league's got more problems ahead of it if Texas slips up or Georgia slips up. I'm telling you, going down to Georgia Tech or playing Georgia Tech is no gimme for Georgia. That is not that team has regressed since they peaked when they played Texas. Right. I mean, they were all over the place when they played Texas. They looked like a number one team in the country. But since then, they have regressed. Tell me who the best team in the league is. I mean, Texas by default. But does anybody believe that Texas is? I mean, they got a 15-point loss on their resume.
They're not great.
No.
And another thing I liked over the weekend, so the Alabama OU game at a really big spot. It took a touchdown off the board. They made one of the worst calls of all time. With the the receiver was covered up when nobody and then in typical SEC fashion provided no clarity at all as to what the hell was going on. So then you do go a little deeper. Referee on this crew is Wayne Winkler, I think his name. His crew was the crew that totally effed up the Texas-Georgia game where they said we have a penalty, then we don't have a penalty, and then the fans started throwing stuff on the field and we're like, never mind, we're just so they could have had that happen again, where they picked up the flag and then all the OU people would throw stuff on the field. So this crew needs to be completely removed from officiating SEC football because they have had a catastrophic screw-up twice in big spots. Prime time, ABC. Go back to the Sun Belt, fellas. It is not working out for you here. Good Lord.
The lights were a little bright.
Oh, man. I mean, one screw-up is one thing. They've had two.
we got a couple other things. We got some clarity, and we told you a couple weeks ago, hey, this will play itself out. We'll figure this out. We can stop pretending that Colorado's good. We can stop pretending that BYU is one of the 12 best teams in the country. We got rid of them. So thank you for stopping by. This has been fun. Army, thanks. move along. We're starting to see who the top 10 are.
And
what?
Well, that's one of my favorite moments of the weekend is you have the might and power of the United States government taking on the small business in Notre Dame. The small independent ma and pa kettle, shoe shine stand or whatever it may be, engraving business. And the little guy won.
That's right.
The little guy won. It was so great.
The Irish out there fighting for you.
That's right.
America's team.
And the Army hadn't taken it on the chin like that since 1862. Wow. That was...
That's a Civil War joke.
That was something right there.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it was 49-7 when they called off the Dogs. But we got some clarity, I think. I do believe, and it's not over. I mean, this weekend is an agent of chaos. Somebody's going to get beat that shouldn't. There's going to be somebody that's going to jump into a championship game and probably win it and make this thing a giant mess. And I'm looking forward to it. Shout out to Indiana. They played okay. They didn't get beat 56-10. They weren't real competitive, but
that game was never close.
It was never close. They got the 7-0
They're a fraud
lead.
too.
Yeah, they're okay. I watched Boise State, drag Wyoming for 4 quarters to a 17-13 win. They're not legit.
Fraudulent.
I think we're probably looking at 5 teams that can win it. Maybe.
That's about right. Wait a minute. You're telling me we couldn't find 4 teams that could win it back in the day,
right?
And now again, we can't find 4 teams that could win.
I think you're going to go into the first round of the playoffs looking at about 5 teams. One of these 5 teams will win it, and it's probably Ohio State, Illinois, or Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, Georgia. Provided they take care of business this weekend, that's 6. There you go. And I'd feel good if one of my teams was playing Georgia in the playoff. Georgia hadn't been all that impressive. They messed around with UMass for a half.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, UMass is running plays on them and like long scoring plays. So,
Yeah.
but we do have a national crisis. Dabo's back. He's in the top 12. I've texted the South Carolina staff and said, look, America needs this. We need you to take care of them.
Speaking of pompous stooges, Vince McMahon walking their way back into the room. Here comes Dabo Swinney down Howard's Hill. Oh my God, it's Dabo's music. That's right. Oh, what would Dabo's music be? Well, there's a question right there.
I don't know. But yeah, they're back.
Would he walk down the hill to a jazzed up version of How Great Thou Art?
He would never come. He would never walk down that hill. No, he's running down.
He
that hill.
sprints down the hill
Yes, he
ahead
does.
of the team. They hold the team back so he can have his moment before they have their moment. It's
they're
quite something.
They're in the top 12, and if they beat South Carolina this weekend, guess what? They could find their way in.
Here comes Dabo.
And that's
Dabo music. Sashaying back down the hill.
I'm telling you, this committee's going to try and shoehorn Alabama in there somehow. Whether it's an 11 or a 12, they're going to try and shoehorn them in there.
I can't wait to see Tim Brando's video on that. It's going to be hilarious.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
All right, we'll be back here in a minute. 866-285-4005. That's how you can text us here on the Ruscin and Zach program. Hey, time after time, Tara Lindbergh is helping hundreds of homeowners sell their homes, not only quickly, but at the highest price possible. Extensive knowledge of market conditions in Bentonville and the surrounding areas. Tara knows how to price, market, and negotiate the highest price for your home. You can find out more about this at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD. LimbirdTeam.com. You click on Home Estimate, and you can find out in seconds what your home is worth from the experts at the Lindbergh team. With houses, in some instances, selling for thousands over asking price. It's one of the many reasons I would trust Tara Lindbergh if I was selling my home. Again, you go to LimbirdTeam.com and you click on Home Estimate. You can find out in seconds what your home is worth from the team that has sold over $1 billion in real estate, Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh Real Estate Group. LimbirdTeam.com. LimbirdTeam.com. And maybe you still got some questions. That's okay. Go to Google. Check out the over 1,000 5-star reviews. Go to Google and type in Lindbergh Real Estate Group. LimbirdTeam.com, Lindbergh Real Estate Group.
The show the experts never miss. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and HitThatLine.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive in DeQueen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas.
MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large, because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
Hey everyone, Erica Jensen here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. Are you happy with your current office technology provider? Did you know that AAA Business Systems has been in business since 1979 and longer than any other provider in Northwest Arkansas? Listen up, I may be a Cajun girl at heart, but I'm a Razorback through and through. Call me today at 479-442-4185 to learn more about the one company that can truly change the way you work, and remember, anything else is just a copy.
Vici Aesthetics and Wellness can get you on the track to kickstart your weight loss journey with semaglutide or tirzepatide. They offer a detailed program to all of Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma with in-office or telemedicine visits available. Mention this ad on ESPN and get 10% off your first package. Get started on the #1 prescription choice by medical providers for safe and effective weight loss while also reducing cardiovascular risk factors. Call or text Vici Aesthetics and Wellness today at 479-343-8424. 479-343-8424.
If you're interested in continuing your involvement in high school athletics and want to make some extra money, what better way to do so than by becoming an official? For information on how you can give back to student athletes in Arkansas, please contact us at 501-955-2500. Again, that's 501-955-2500. The Arkansas Activities Association is looking for sports officials, and you may be the answer.
Electrical work can be dangerous. Don't let a do-it-yourself mistake lead to a bigger problem. Mr. Sparky's highly trained electricians can handle all of your electrical needs, guaranteeing that your job will be completed safely and within code compliance. Trust the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll leave your home even safer than we found it. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
If you're looking for the best Chicago-style pizza outside of the Windy City, you need to head to Casano's. Every pizza is made from scratch with the freshest ingredients and served the way you want it. And while you enjoy that perfect slice, catch all the games. Casano's is your premier sports bar with lots of TVs showing all your favorite teams. Your place for the best pizza, coldest drinks, friendliest service, local events, and entertainment. It's Casano's Chicago-style pizza.
ESPN 99.5. Welcome to the entertaining portion of the broadcast day. This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
You okay? We got the definitive Dabo's walk-in. Okay. Your news brought to you by the Good Chair, because they had a place to sit. Get the Good Chair exclusively at the Stadium Shop. Stop by, tell Robert Ernest Mann that Joe Bonamassa sucks, and you want to be seated in the Good Chair. We got hoops tonight.
Arkansas, will you make the Final Four? In them wacky uniforms with the pigs with horns. And did I hear you say you were playing a game today with the home crowd yelling, woo, pig suey? Hey, those pigs may be hogs, but they're kosher to me. Capiche?
The Hawks of Maryland Eastern Shore are in town. They'll make their way to Bud Walton Arena tonight. Razorbacks come in 3-1 on the year. Maryland Eastern Shore 2-6. Basketball Power Index says Arkansas has a 99% chance to win the game. Bet Saracen has Arkansas as a 34.5-point favorite. Tip time is 7 p.m. Football team fresh off bowl eligibility takes on Mizzou this weekend. Game time is 2:30.
Your poll question.
Yeah.
Are we as a society using LOL too much?
No question.
80% said yes. Do you have sitting jeans and standing jeans? 49.7% of people don't understand the difference between the two of those things.
Yeah, no, I agree. I bought some new Eaton pants yesterday.
That would be the same concept.
That's tomorrow's poll.
You're eating jeans.
Whoa. No. Eating pants are a totally different concept.
Tomorrow's needs to be on the poll. Do you have Eaton pants ready for Thursday?
Like standing pants are like fashionable. Yeah. Eaton pants are for pleasure.
Right.
Okay. Like,
yes.
How many Thanksgiving dinners will you be attending
3
this year?
Twice.
8% said 8. 35% said
what's his name? Obashan?
Osaboyan?
Yeah, the three goggles.
But he would put up like both because he hit a 6. Go ahead.
But 47% said they're just going to one Thanksgiving dinner. And those are your polls. Go touch grass.
All right. Let's go to John in Fort Smith. Hello, John.
Hello, fellas. Thank you so much for the time. I'll be real quick. As an Arkansas Razorback fan, when Missouri got put on our schedule of being the last game of the season, I, myself, and others that I've spoken to, we feel like we kind of got downgraded. We felt kind of like we got cheated. When we played LSU, it usually meant something. It meant more than the Battle of the Boot. It meant more than just pride. It usually meant something in the postseason to us and to them. Now, if you flip those games back and put Missouri back in the middle of the season and LSU at the end of the season, I bet everything would probably reflect so much different. They put in Missouri at the end of our season, forced this rivalry down our throat, and so therefore we don't too much care for it. We're like a kid that's being told, make sure you eat all your vegetables. We'll do it because I guess it's good for us, but mostly just because we're being told to, and we don't care for it. Now, Missouri has our number. Don't get me wrong. They get up for this game. Yes, they do. But do our fans? Do our team? Not really. Just
They
doesn't
haven't.
mean as much.
No,
as
they
the LSU
haven't.
game did. And also, on the last, just a random statement, I think that umpires and referees on both college levels and NFL levels should be fined by the end of the game for their piss poor calls.
Okay.
Thank you guys
All right,
for the
there it
time.
is.
I'll let you back.
All right. Thank you, Sean.
Spore. A word that I was told coaches used that 50 years ago. I still don't know what it means. I mean, I know it's
Piss
negative.
poor.
I know it's negative.
But you know what it means. You just don't know what
I know
it
it
means.
has a negative connotation, but I don't know its origin.
Right.
Use it in a sentence.
Yeah, where does the phrase piss poor
Is it two
originate?
S's? Is it one? Is it two O's?
I would love to know
I
where
don't know.
that comes from. Yeah. Got to be something.
It also-
nobody swore before the 60s, so it has to be from the 60s.
It also comes with a certain level of head nod that comes with it. And I'm thinking of my coach when he would do it. He would come up and he'd put his hands on his hips and he'd go, "Oh, piss poor." Yes, sir. That was I threw to the other team. That's my fault. That one's on me. So
yeah. Let's see here. According to the internet, poor families collected urine and sold it back to local tanners for a few pennies because ammonia lightens the color of leather. Hence, piss poor leather.
What does that have to do with me throwing it to a safety?
I don't know. I don't know how it got wrapped up into football
or sports in general.
No.
I'll have to go back and investigate that.
Right. Yeah.
Really look that up.
That's fun to know, right?
Yeah, that DQ. You can use that at the Thanksgiving table.
The real Cliff Clavin story.
Right. What do you guys? What? Okay.
It's a well-known
I don't
fact.
really like to cuss in front of my parents.
Ah,
so-
hell, why not? Damn it.
What, okay.
So I don't really do that.
What topics are off limits at Thanksgiving for you?
I don't really care.
You?
I don't like to talk about sports ever.
Okay.
Outside of here.
Like.
Let me ask you a question. If you were a dry cleaner, would you want to talk about dry cleaning chemicals on
starch,
your off time?
absolutely, yeah.
That's how I
But
feel.
Like you're sitting there and a conversation starts and your mom goes, no. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
Politics, religion, the war. I don't know. Is there a war?
The war?
The war?
I don't know. I don't
What are you,
know.
Robert Hayes?
Our Thanksgiving
As
dinners,
it's-
are, apart from this year, pretty small.
Okay.
So this is going to be our first, big Thanksgiving
Really?
family dinner.
Oh wow. Okay.
Extreme shell shock.
Have you ever had
Apple
Have you ever had a fist fight at Thanksgiving? We have.
No.
I had a gun
My
pointed at
aunt-
me.
Yeah, I've heard
My
that
aunt
story.
cried one time.
Your aunt cried?
Yeah, because
Why?
my mom told her she was in the way in the kitchen.
That drew tears.
I don't know why.
Oh man, your aunt would have to wear a helmet at ours.
We had a terribly undercooked turkey, and no one talked about it one year. Well, they had this guy smoke it, and he did a piss poor job. So, this is raw, but no one could say anything.
My two cousins got into a fight. We were in college. Got into a fight. I don't know what they were talking about because it was at the other end of the table. But my cousins are very tall, lanky gentlemen. And my cousin Don stood up and goes, "Do you want to go?" To which my cousin Darren said, "Oh, you bet your ass." And they fought over the kitchen table that is in my house now, which is a little badge of honor.
Sturdy table.
It is. It's a great. It's a barn door table. It's very, very sturdy.
I would say there's not a lot of talking because there's usually a television watching a football game during Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So that's kind of the great that will neutralize any threats.
Okay.
But there are things that happen where somebody will say something really stupid,
and then
when that person goes to the bathroom behind their back, you're like, "Can you believe what is
Wow.
that about?"
Okay.
That will go on.
I do have to report, and because we report on all the negative, I do have to report some positive news.
Okay.
My father was not upset with his team's play this weekend. Not upset at all. He was very, very happy.
Even with those terrible uniforms?
Even with the terrible uniforms. He was not upset in any way, shape, or form. I didn't know what to do with my hands as he was telling me this. Like, really? Because I saw him, I see my phone go off, and I'm just like, oh, God. So, hey, Dad. He's like, I thought they played well. Really? Okay.
They did.
We may be turning a corner. Maybe he's at the end of the rope here. So you never know.
Small business versus the government.
Absolutely.
Small business wins. Way to go, Notre Dame.
Yep. Fighting for you.
There you go.
They will fight for your rights.
For the little guy.
Mm-hmm. They are.
Okay, an update from Maui.
Yep.
UConn has cut it to a 4-point game. They were down 12 a minute ago, but they've made some shots. They're turning the press on. They're playing Memphis. And Memphis leads by 4 with 1:43 to go in the second half.
They were up 13
at the Lahaina Civic Center.
Which is too small for basketball.
No, everyone knows my 20-point rule in college basketball. The game isn't over until a team is up 20. Then it's over.
Right.
And there are exceptions, but they're very rare. In the NBA, it's a 30-point rule. When they're up 30, you can leave.
And in Rock and Jock, you got to be up 100 because they have the 35-point shot.
That's right. Yeah, you got to watch out for that.
And what did we do? Why did we stop doing Rock and Jock and celebrity softball? Remember Old Timers Day? The old guys get out there, play softball. Yeah, Wee Willie Keeler hitting home runs at like 79 years old.
Or like Gabe Kaplan running the 100 meters in a fro wig.
Yeah, what made me think of that was I just saw a picture of Telly Savalas doing the we don't have...
Who Loves You, Baby?
We don't do Circus of the Stars anymore.
Or Battle of the Network Stars, none of that.
Our TV stars have gotten soft.
Well, they're just not stars. They're not stars to the same level of gravitas as Gabe Kaplan and, Robert Wagner or whoever. Who was the guy that tried? Robert Culp.
Yeah.
Robert Culp tried to fight Gabe Kaplan once. At
Lorenzo Lamas tried to get in a fight.
Battle of the Network Stars.
Yeah, he tried to get in a fight during the bike race.
Yeah. And there was something that happened with Robert Culp and Gabe Kaplan. They were in a foot race, but Gabe Kaplan couldn't run because he was wearing a wig, and his wig would come off.
See, DQ,
so he couldn't do that.
DQ has no idea what we're talking about. In the mid-'70s, the networks would all get together and send up their best athletes on their primetime shows, and they would compete in events.
Yeah, so Battle of the Network Stars.
You would have, pick your star today running the 100-yard dash.
They did that on Disney Channel.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Whenever I was a kid.
Okay, all right.
They had the Disney games.
Okay,
There
same
were 4
concept.
teams.
Same concept.
It would have been like Disney versus Nick.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you had
They
the-
did not collaborate.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Howard Cosell's there.
Linda Carter was there.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
Cheryl Teague was there.
Lasso of Truth.
Heather Thomas was there.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Wonder Woman's top props were lassos and handcuffs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Little brown chicken, brown cow. Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
She was also like 6'7".
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Everybody got their thing.
I think it was Robert Conrad. Is that who? Well, yeah.
From Black Sheep Squadron.
That's right. Yeah, Robert. Man, texted in with that. Yeah.
Thank you, Robert.
Anyway, he tried to fight. He tried to fight Mr. Cotter one year at Battle of the Network.
Mr. Cotter.
Have you ever heard a lengthy interview with Gabe Kaplan?
Is he still around?
Yeah. Do it. He has the best freaking stories about working burlesque in the 60s and driving to gigs with strippers. And
you know what?
He has the best stories.
It's
fantastic.
If somebody in the community of Cotter is not actively planning Welcome Back Cotter Day with Gabe Kaplan, we're doing this wrong. I mean, wouldn't that be great? Have like a parade with Gabe Kaplan.
Gabe Kaplan knew Ruby. He knew Jack Ruby.
No. That story I've heard.
He has the best story.
Is he still around?
In the battle, yes, for the second time, he is still around. Yes, and he talks about Cotter and the guy that produced Cotter screwed up his idea, and
he sure is. Look at him, Gabriel Weston Kaplan, 79 years old.
Yeah.
How about that?
If you ever find him, if he's ever on Mark Maron or one of these podcasts where you just sit and talk for an hour and a half, listen to it. It's fun. All right, UConn's down 3 now with 1:03 to go here in the second half at the Lahaina Civic Center. It's good to see them back in the gym.
UConn
Where
going with a little Minutemen.
It's good to see them back at the gym where fans can easily fight the coach,
or the coach can fight the fans.
Coach can fight the fans. That's right. Yes, exactly. All right, we'll be back here on ESPN Arkansas in a moment here at 19 till the hour. Hickey and Hull Law Partners have you covered in the River Valley, Northwest Arkansas, Little Rock, and in Mena, specializing in divorce, custody cases, and civil litigation. Over 70 years combined experience to go to work for you. Go to kevinhickeylaw.com or call 479-434-2414 today and schedule your consultation. Hickey and Hull Law Partners, KevinHickeyLaw.com or 479-434-2414.
This is Ruskin and Zach.
Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Hi, I'm Truett Tollett from WT Equipment, and we've got the best deals of the year on all model year 2023 and select 2024 Workmaster and Boomer compact tractors. Right now, you can choose 0% financing for up to 72 months or take up to $8,500 in cash back. Or for a limited time, get a free loader with your purchase. Harvest the best deals of the year during Value Bonanza at WT Equipment in Springdale and at our 7 other locations. Offers end December 31st. For commercial use only, subject to credit approval and C&H Industrial Capital LLC. Extended terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Hey, Arkansas. Are you feeling lucky? Because the Lotto jackpot is seriously over $4 million right now. A jackpot this high won't last long. And this one is only one in Arkansas. Some lucky player could be buying the winning ticket right now. Play twice a week for your chance at a life-changing jackpot. Tickets start at only $2. Don't miss Lotto. Only in Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
And now, a community announcement from the smarter guys at Stith Plumbing and HVAC.
A furnace that stops working on a cold day can be a serious emergency.
Or it could be something simple. So, first thing, check to see that you have electricity. Yes, gas furnaces need electricity for blower fans and electronic ignition.
That means make sure the neighborhood has power and that you don't have any tripped breakers.
Then check your programmable thermostat.
Check for blank screens. That's a sign your furnace has tripped a limit switch.
It's a sign that you need to call Stith Plumbing and HVAC.
You can get us at 751-9691.
Or online at STITH plumbingandhvac.com. Tune in again to hear Zach say,
"This has been a community announcement."
You did that well.
Thank you.
On the next episode of The Smarter Guys at Stith Plumbing and HVAC.
Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body, family owned and operated for over 40 years, is your collision repair specialist. Only 15% of collision repair shops achieve iCar Gold Class status, the highest training level recognized in the industry. Courtney Hollingsworth is proud to be one of them. Put your vehicle repairs in the hands of the experts. Call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body today at 479-751-3801. That's 751-3801. And online at CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
Gentry Public Schools is proud to celebrate champions on and off the field. From their state champion esports and state champion bowling team to their national champion powerlifters and regional champion and state semifinalist softball team, Gentry Athletics is leading the way. And that's not all. All of their competitive sports programs and top-tier facilities provide the perfect environment for success. Be a part of something great at Gentry. Visit their website, follow them on social media, and download their app to stay connected with the action. Gentry Public Schools, where champions are made.
At Liberty Defense Group Academy, they prepare you for life's most critical moments. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced shooter, instructors are here to guide you through firearm safety, self-defense, and tactical readiness. With their years of experience in law enforcement and military, safety is their mission and training is their passion. They offer an array of different courses for different goals and objectives, such as women's only Mama Bear course or level 1, 2, or 3 courses for varying levels of experience. Learn more and enroll at ldgtrainingacademy.com. Prepare, defend, succeed with Liberty Defense Group Academy.
It's wall-to-wall football at Buffalo Wild Wings. Come hang out and enjoy their unique brand of service and hospitality that sets them apart from the crowd. They offer legendary wings spun in one of 26 signature sauces and seasonings, plus other great menu items like burgers, salads, and wraps. They've also got over 20 beers on tap with monthly beer special. You'll never go thirsty. So whatever your passion, great food, top sports, or just a fun environment to spend time with friends and family, remember Buffalo Wild Wings. 3 Northwest Arkansas locations: Bentonville, Springdale, and Fayetteville.
This Thanksgiving, skip the stress and enjoy a delicious feast with Richard's Country Meat Market. From fresh turkey and prime rib to pork crown roast, Richard's has the best meats for your celebration. Pre-order your sliced roast turkey breast or ham today. Make it even easier with Richard's complete holiday meals, including rolls, cornbread stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, and homemade pumpkin pie. Open Monday through Wednesday, the week of Thanksgiving. Call them 479-443-0000. Visit them at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville or online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Hey there, I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. We had a cold front move through this morning, which is continuing to drop our temperatures this afternoon. Mid-40s around 3 o'clock with northwesterly winds gusting up to around 25 miles an hour. That's going to make it feel just a bit cooler than it already will be. You can expect, though, gradually clearing conditions, and clear skies tonight will really allow those temperatures to get cold. Mid-20s early Tuesday morning with a return of sunny skies. I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. I hope you have a great start to your week.
ESPN 99.5.
Giving you the entertainment you deserve. Here's Ruscin and Zach.
That's right now. No, it's 3:47.
Oh, 2:47?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem for you.
Yeah, thank you. What are we doing? Oh, yeah, the Ruscin and Zach.
Read the thing.
I don't remember what I'm supposed to do.
Read the thing.
The
Read
weird
what?
place.
Accident, Maryland. I can't remember what I'm supposed to say.
Oh, my God. This is.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it. See, we got distracted because the text machine was down for a second.
It is broken. I haven't got one in 8 minutes.
There you go. The Ruscin and Zach show has been streamed in
Now what do we do?
150 countries, 50 states, 2 territories, 1 chain of unincorporated islands. Yesterday, we were streamed in Accident, Maryland. If you want to stream it too, hit thatline.com. You got one of them goofy Alexa things. You can say play ESPN Northwest Arkansas, or you can get us on the now running like a North Korean car. Hit that line now app.
So we're just going to have to talk to ourselves like the old days here.
Well,
oh my God.
No, I just got a batch that came in. DQ, your mom's text.
UConn just hit it 3 to tie it. 82 all, 9/10 of a second left. Time for Memphis.
All right.
I wish college basketball had that advance the ball to midcourt rule.
That would be
then we
nice.
could see Memphis run an actual play here in 9/10 of a second. See what they could do. All right, Abner sent a text in. All right, thank you, Abner.
Yeah, I think we're working again.
Okay. There was an 8-minute gap where it wasn't working. Apparently, it is working now.
Maybe no text came in.
No,
I find that unlikely.
Okay,
we were cooking.
I'm just saying.
Listen.
We were cooking.
2:47. An incident was posted to the text machine. I just got them all. They all came in. Yeah, we're doing okay.
I would rather do this show without 2 arms than without the text machine. Like armless, like that guy who played the guitar with his feet in front of the Pope, who lives in Branson, I think.
Scott Morrison is texting right now. Today, South Carolina is the best team in the league.
In women's basketball?
No, he's saying in football.
That's not true. That's not true. No.
They're playing pretty well, but I don't know if they're the best team in the league.
Yeah, that's right. A half-court shot, no good. Memphis and UConn are tied at 82 going to overtime in Maui, the Lahaina Civic Center. And Dan Hurley is yelling about something, as usual.
You had asked about Dabo's walkout music.
Yeah, Creed, Higher.
Is that what we're going with?
Yeah. Can you take me higher? Be perfect.
You need to work on the Scott Stapp, but I see where you're going. I see potential there.
To a place where blind
Now,
men
FedEx guy
see.
says, what about dueling banjos?
And it's no good. That's more of a Clemson thing than a Dabo thing.
Okay.
You know, all dirt roads lead to Clemson, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, that's what that is. But for Dabo personally, Creed Higher is the
okay.
No, that's the good one. That's the perfect one. We've got BE add constipated Creed to the ever.
Yeah. BE gets stuck on that word every now and then. Not Creed, but constipated.
It's a good word.
It's a fine word.
It describes many things.
It has multiple applications. Yes, absolutely.
The Arkansas offense was constipated in the first half against Louisiana Tech. See what I did there?
It was dog poo in the first half. It was bad.
Constipated
Look,
dog poo.
when Green ripped off, what was it, a 49-yard run, whatever it was? I mean, he bailed them out. But, I mean, there's a point at which you go, you know what? This isn't good. This isn't working. Really, really bad.
So yesterday we learned that Chuck Woolery died.
Yeah.
And I was surprised because I thought most people, you look at these big, news sites, and they did not mention. I thought Chuck Woolery was most known for Love Connection, but they kept saying first Wheel of Fortune host. I didn't know a lot of people knew that. I thought he was most known for
Love Connection
in the 80s, 2 and 2. So that's but anyway, he died at the age of 83. He was the first host of Wheel of Fortune. You can find the pilot on YouTube before Wheel of Fortune. It was called Shopper's Bazaar, where the wheel was upright and there was no one turning letters.
Price is Right.
Well, it was like flat, like you'd see at a carnival, and upright.
Okay.
And it was it was the germ of an idea, but it wasn't. They weren't there yet, and they rightfully went back to the drawing board, and obviously they made it into an institution. And I think he was in the right about this. Honestly, he wanted more money to do the show because it was really popular. When NBC axed all the game shows, they left one. It was the number one show they had, Wheel of Fortune, in the early '80s. And so he's like, I need more money. And they're like, no, we're not doing that. So they went on the cheap and got Pat Sajak, who was just a local weather guy in L.A. And so they made up by paying Pat a lot of money later.
Yeah.
But at that time, it was a cost-cutting thing. But I think he was right to ask for more money in that. The show had been on the air for several years. It was very popular. But Merv Griffin thought otherwise. So the 2 and 2 thing, like 10 years ago, I found that Chuck Woolery was on Twitter. And so I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, where'd the 2 and 2 come from? And by golly, Chuck Woolery replied to me on Twitter. And he mentioned that all the breaks back then were 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So it's, 2 and 2.
Back in 2 and 2.
2 and 2. So
I knew him from the Love Connection.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the afternoon on WTMJ.
Right.
That's where
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. That's where we watched it. And then it was WRIC when we got to Richmond.
When I also knew him in the 80s. At the same time, he was on, think about the power of when there were only a handful of channels. This guy was on our TVs twice a day in the 80s. Because it was Love Connection, and then he was on Scrabble on NBC for like 5 years in the 80s.
He didn't do Pictionary. That was Bert Convey.
Well, Bert Convey did Win, Lose, or Draw.
Win, Lose, or Draw. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking of. It's Win, Lose, or Draw.
And then when Millionaire got successful in 2000, Fox came up with a ripoff called Greed that gave away $2 million instead of $1 million. And he hosted that, and that was a really good show too. But he hosted that and did very well. Anyway, rest in peace, Chuck Woolery. All right, we'll be back with more here. 866-285-4005. Oh boy, the texts are coming back, and it was better when they were gone.
Yeah.
Getting around here. Settle down. All right, please. We're just making jokes. All right, we'll be back. DQ has check marks next hour.
This may be our last edition of check.
Well, that's what you say.
It's coming up anyway.
Yeah,
the season is ending.
Football
You better
is
get
almost
it right.
over.
That's right.
Hello, I'm Chip Scarborough in the 4029 newsroom. The Thanksgiving holiday week is officially here, and many are gearing up to travel to their holiday destination. Some are already getting a head start. 4029's Jacob Murphy spent the day gathering information you need to know before you hit the road or take to the sky. Live reports on 4029 News. We welcomed in a wave of much cooler air on this Monday. Afternoon temps in the mid-40s for northwest Arkansas and low 50s for the River Valley. Tonight on 4029 News, meteorologist Melissa Hall will show us which areas could drop below freezing overnight. And Fort Smith police say they arrested a man in connection to a hit and run over the weekend that sent an 8-year-old boy to the hospital. 4029's Brett Rains is following the case and will update the investigation on 4029 News. For news anytime, log on to 4029tv.com. I'm Chip Scarborough with this live local late-breaking update.
Your Mach 1 market moment.
They are going down. I mean, we're having consistent changes, and it's all kind of negative changes. We're
What was
starting
it, 4
to
months
lose.
ago, you could go buy a 5% CD pretty easy on the open market. Now, we're at, I looked today, it was like 4.3.
Right, which is pretty tremendous. So that's forward-looking markets when the rates really haven't fallen that much, but that's kind of what happens.
Well, what got us in this situation was rates were at zero, essentially zero. They were at zero, the Fed funds rate, and then they increased them by 500%.
Right.
Very short
In a year.
order. And the market was looking out, it's like, okay, we don't think rates are going to be this high 10 years from now, 20 years from now. So that part of the curve did not increase, right? Rates were not going up at the 10 and 20-year terms.
Basically calling the bluff.
Mach 1 Financial Group LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. For full disclosures, please see advisorinfo.sec.gov or mach1financial.com/disclosures.
Sterling Bank is committed to the Northwest Arkansas community, and as members of this community, their relationships go beyond banking. They're cheering on the same teams, shopping at the same stores, and serving the same causes that help make our community a great place to live. Stop by your local branch in Fayetteville or Rogers to discover the Sterling Bank difference with their top-notch customer service and complete menu of products. Sterling Bank is your community bank. Member FDIC.
Still need the perfect Thanksgiving meal? Make it easier than ever with the Honey Baked Ham Company. Whether you're a ham lover, turkey lover, or everything lover, Honey Baked has complete meals for any size gathering. Try the Honey Baked Ham and Turkey Feast, a signature bone-in half ham, smoked or roasted turkey breast, and your choice of 4 delicious heat and serve sides like double mac and cheese or maple sweet potato souffle. Celebrate every bite this Thanksgiving with a delicious complete meal from Honey Baked in Fayetteville, Bentonville, or online at honeybaked.com.
Vici Aesthetics and Wellness can get you on the track to kickstart your weight loss journey with semaglutide or tirzepatide. They offer a detailed program to all of Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma with in-office or telemedicine visits available. Mention this ad on ESPN and get 10% off your first package. Get started on the #1 prescription choice by medical providers for safe and effective weight loss while also reducing cardiovascular risk factors. Call or text Vici Aesthetics and Wellness today at 479-343-8424. 479-343-8424.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
All rise. Hey, sports fans, whether you're tailgating or cheering from the stands, life can throw you some unexpected challenges. That's where Jeff Watson at the Watson Law Firm comes in. Since 1982, Watson Law Firm has been the trusted partner for all of your legal needs right here in Northwest Arkansas. From personal injury to family law, their experienced team has got your back. Don't let a legal issue sideline you. Call Jeff Watson, 479-750-7717, or visit watsonlawfirmpa.com. Protecting your rights one game at a time. Watson Law Firm, where experience meets dedication.
Casano's Chicago-style pizza brings you the happiest of happy hours. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7, with $1 off drafts, well liquor, and wine. Casano's happiest hour from 5 to 6 with $1 short domestics and $2 tall domestics. Don't forget, $15 domestic buckets all day, every day at Casano's, your premier sports bar showing all your favorite teams. The place for the happiest hour, weekdays at 5. It's Casano's Chicago-style pizza.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. This is ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruscin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
With DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
All right, we're back here on ESPN Arkansas. They hit that line now half at 4 o'clock. 866-285-4005 is the phone number. We've got the most texty text machine thing ever here coming up here. We've got that. Let's see here. DQ's got check marks later in the hour. We've had a little kerfuffle in this Memphis UConn game in overtime where I don't think they tossed anybody. But Memphis is not happy about something. Penny's yelling at.
He's yelling at the crowd.
I think. Well, you know that gym is so small. There's going to be fights. I mean, that's the way it is. The handshake. The handshake between Hurley and Penny should be very interesting.
Yeah, they were yapping at each other pretty good there.
It's going to be great.
I didn't see the whole thing, but whatever. UConn's up 1.
2:29 to go in the overtime. We got it working, and we got the text back. So you can text in or call us at 866-285-4005. Somebody brought up the somebody brought up that Pat Sajak had a talk show for a minute.
Huh.
Yeah, so at one point, Wheel of Fortune was in the 80s. The Wheel of Fortune was on twice a day. It was on NBC daytime, and it was the one we all watch at night in syndication that's still on today. But yeah, he gave up the daytime one, and Tim Brando tried to get that job. But then his audition's on YouTube. You can watch that. But it ended up going to Bob Goen, and Pat tried to do the talk show, the late night show. It wasn't good.
We were just giving out talk shows in the late 80s and early 90s. I mean, Magic had one.
Well,
Chevy had one.
They make a lot of money, and they don't cost that much
Not
to produce.
those. Not those shows. Chevy's show was horrible.
No, but I mean, like Carson and Arsenio made a lot of money, and they weren't that expensive to produce. I mean, all your guests make scale, so that's $400 to get the biggest star or the smallest star. Doesn't matter; it's the same cost.
Mm-hmm.
So your expenses are the host and the band. Really,
Doc Severinsen.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, there's no
and Ed McMahon.
Well, you had to pay
Don't
Ed a
forget
little
Ed.
bit too, yeah, of course. But where was Ed going to go? He
That's
had no
true.
leverage eventually.
No.
It's like, where's he going to go? Go do Star Search? I mean, come on. But
He did Star Search.
He did do Star Search. Yeah,
He was good at that.
He was all right. He wasn't the best host of all time. He was pretty good, though.
Here's a text out of the 918. Talk shows in the 90s are podcasts today. Yeah. Yep. Smack Daddy, didn't Woolery have concentration? Yes, he did.
That was Alex Trebek.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, Alex Trebek did concentration in the 80s and 90s and early 90s. Yeah. Woolery did Scrabble and Love Connection.
Scrabble. That's probably what
It's
he's
Scrabble.
thinking,
Yeah. Scrabble. Yeah, it's a good word.
Scrabble.
I mean, it's a good game. It was a good game show.
Okay.
It's a fine game.
Jackie Mox texted. Love Connection was Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Look, if you were my age, which would have been about 14, 15, 16 during the peak of Love Connection, man. I mean, that was the show. You came home from school, you weren't doing your homework.
Right.
You watched some Love Connection. You grab the old remote, you sit down, and away we went.
Yeah. Yeah. It was one of those moments like Dating Game and Newlywed Game, like you didn't really get to Newlywed Game to a certain extent, you didn't get to like eavesdrop on people's lives. Love Connection, I mean, all it was talking about the date.
That's
so
right.
you got to eavesdrop on the whole thing more or less.
I mean, you got the good and the bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the original like diss tracks.
And in the early 2000s, he was on the game show channel with a show called Lingo, and Lingo was basically Wordle before Wordle. It was a game show of Wordle. Like you got 5 letters and you had to guess the word.
Dr. K wants to know who was the Hollywood Squares guy. That was Peter Marshall. Originally.
Yes.
And then what's his name?
John Davidson did it in the 80s, and then
right.
Tom Bergeron
Boy.
did it most recently.
Davidson had great hair.
Boy, he did, right?
Man.
Oh,
DQ, do you know who John Davidson is? Google him.
I don't know any.
Google him, and I just want your first reaction to his hair.
John
I mean,
Davidson.
he had a mane.
They had Joan Rivers in the center square on that Hollywood Squares, and then the big center square on the Tom Bergeron Hollywood Squares was Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg was the big center square there, and of course Paul Lynde on the original. You know,
what do you think, DQ?
Yeah,
It looks very soft.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Right? Yeah,
He looks like he'd be a good singer.
Right. I mean, he had a mane on him.
There's a great clip online of him forgetting the words to a song on the Tonight Show, and Johnny kept making him like start over. He's like, "You're gonna stand there and sing it," and he's like, he's dying. It was great. Anyway, that's John Davidson. Paul Lynde, of course, known for things like Paul. How many guys on a hockey team? About half. That was a Paul Lynde set up. Boom. There you go.
The original Family Feud guy was Richard Dawson.
That's right. Yes. Ooh, here's a good one.
Yep.
Here's someone remembering Shadow Stevens. He was the announcer on the 80s. He was Hollywood Squares, and he was also in a square often.
Shadow
too.
Stevens. I remember him as the traffic guy on Z100 in New York.
Yeah.
He did traffic.
God, great voice.
Shadow Stevens in the Z100 traffic copter.
SHADOE.
Yeah,
Shadow Stevens.
It's Shadow.
Shadow Stevens.
It's like French, Shadow.
God, what a name.
Yeah. Great hair,
And
though.
I'm Shadow Stevens.
We don't have hair like that anymore.
Oh, he did have great hair.
I mean, fantastic. Like he was like what was the name of the guy Gaston?
Yeah.
In what was that? Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
Yes.
Shadow Stevens is still alive.
Okay.
He did American Top 40 for a minute too. I remember him being on one of those countdown shows.
Well, yeah, he progressed from weather or traffic guy to like doing a show.
And there is a very obscure 90s sitcom called Dave's World where Harry Anderson played Dave Barry. And he had two best friends, two guys that were his best friend, and one of those friends was played by Shadow Stevens.
Nobody knows who we're talking about.
No, nobody knows.
Nobody has a clue.
Did anyone watch Dave's World?
No.
It was on for 4 years, so I don't know if anybody caught that. It never made the big syndication money. But, yeah, that was the show, man. I liked it. And he was in there. He was the friend. Kind of the dopey friend or whatever. All right. Shadow Stevens. Wow. Man, you guys went deep on this. I appreciate that. That's very
You
good.
made him happy today.
Yeah. TL asking about Bert Convey. Yeah, Bert Convey was good.
Smack Daddy wants to know better feud host, Dawson or Steve Harvey. It's Richard Dawson.
Yeah, but Harvey's the best since Dawson.
It's all scripted, though.
Well, the thing that Harvey does that makes him great is that, and you can see these clips online, they have to edit them out of the show for time, but if someone gives a bad answer, he will riff on that for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just him and the audience, and they're all just laughing, and he milks it. It's really an entertaining show with him, and Dawson made it entertaining for a while, and he's making out with all the women.
He made it weird, is what he did.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you watch those now, it's
It's creepy.
strange. Yeah,
it's a little weird. Wouldn't hold up today.
Yeah, no, you couldn't be. Well, when he briefly came back in the '90s, and he wasn't kissing anybody anymore. Then
no, you can't do that.
Because he was an old man with a gut, and he just couldn't do it anymore. Who? M.A. in Hot Springs remembers Jim J. Bullock. He was on that.
Oh, yeah, he was on a show called
Hollywood
Riptide.
Yeah.
Here's a good text out of the 479. What are y'all's keys to the game against Missouri? Thank you.
The key is, I'll take Joan Rivers for the block, please.
It's the same key there is every single week. Score more points than they do. That's all there is. Just more points.
Bert Convey for the win, please.
Yeah, Bert Convey.
Circle gets the
He
square.
used to wear those alpaca sweaters.
Yeah. So Bert Convey did this show Tattletales. You ever hear of this show?
No.
They'd have celebrity married people on, and you'd give an answer, and then they'd ask the other person who was like sequestered in another part of the studio to answer the question. And if you gave the same answer, it's a match, and everybody wins money or whatever. And then he did Super Password in the 80s after Alan Ludden died, and they brought back Password again.
Seems a little dark.
Well, I mean, they needed a host. They brought it back. It was gone for like 2 years. They brought it back. Super Password. Everything's super. Super sloppy double dare, super password, super troopers.
Right.
Everything's super.
DQ, Ethan, and Atkins, your mortal enemies, text in. Marcus Freeman better get a green check for beating down corporate America.
No, he took down the government.
Yeah, he did.
Not corporate America.
He did. He took it all down.
He took the government down.
Keeping grocery prices low, Marcus Freeman is. You know how many jobs he created? I know there's 85 of them because that team wasn't good enough. Marcus Freeman, America.
Okay.
I don't think he's getting a check for it. We'll see. We'll do that in a half hour.
Marcus Freeman is just un-American.
It's not anti-Marcus Freeman.
What is it?
It's anti-Zach.
Oh,
that'll be a drop.
That's good.
Fine.
Marcus Freeman seems cool.
He is. He's the coolest
I
dude in
always
any
see
room.
him- I see video clips of him on the TV, like smiling. He looks
Yeah.
so happy to be there.
Yeah. And then he walked out. They asked him what the key to the game was, and he said violence.
That is,
we're playing Army
in football. That's generally the.
Fine. Whatever.
Okay. Let's see here.
Boy, it's a 2-point game. Memphis back up by 2 with 8.5 to go. 8.5 seconds to go.
Yeah.
This thing's been wild. Like the overtime.
Hurley got teed up too in overtime.
And there's a UConn guy that took a elbow in the chin.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of stuff.
You need
here.
the cut man.
Yeah, Dr. Ferdy Pacheco.
Yeah. It'd be great if these two got together in a Sweet 16.
Wouldn't that be
But
nice?
that would involve Memphis actually, not sucking. So, I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen. We know what UConn is. But Memphis, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Here we go.
Dustin wants to know supermarket sweep. That was David Ruprecht.
Isn't it now?
They almost got the steal and got the layup to tie it up. What now?
I don't know. I lost. Lost. Yeah,
supermarket sweep. Anyway,
all right.
Who's got the mashed potato? You're on. Let's see here. What does this say? All right, we're going to pause here
hit the button.
and we'll
Push the button.
What show was that?
Push the button.
Yeah,
I think that was Dr. Strangelove.
Maybe there was a show where it was like push the button. I don't know what. I think it was Monty Python. I have no idea. Hey, Vici Aesthetics and Wellness can get you on track with your weight loss journey with semaglutide or tirzepatide. With in-office or telemedicine visits available. You mentioned Ruscin and Zach, you get 10% off first package at Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. Call or text them, 479-343-8424. 343-8424 for Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. And don't forget, tonight, Monday Night Football. And you want to watch the game, you're in the Branson area, the Social Birdies where you need to go. They've got the TVs, they've got the great menu that they've worked on for a long time to get it right. And boy, did they get it right. There's some amazing stuff on that menu at the Social Birdie. And, of course, a great bar area also. Indoor golf simulators, too. It's not too cold to play golf. Go to the hit the simulators there at the Social Birdie. They're located down the street from Target in Branson. The Social Birdie. Check them out tonight for Monday Night Football.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
That is my sense of humor coming across.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board certified.
ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas. More than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive in Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Fan. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, full deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN
Bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Man,
Coach, are you okay in there?
just flushed my keys down the toilet. Now I can't get in my car or house. What am I going to do?
Coach, I've been telling you, call Papa Lock. They'll get you a new set of keys and have you back on the road in no time.
Thanks, DQ. I'm calling Papa Lock right now.
Now what?
I can't find my phone.
Aw, Coach.
I'm going in. Papa Lock. Your keys, your car, your house, your sanity. Call 479-444-9900.
Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling. Make sure your heating and cooling systems are always running at their best. From expert maintenance to emergency repairs, replacements, and same-day service, their certified technicians keep you comfortable year-round. Right now, enjoy Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling seasonal tune-up special for just $69. Call 479-435-5039 today. That's 435-5039. Veterans, active military, and first responders get a 15% discount. Count on Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
With over 30 years of experience, 50 Meadows Floors and More can turn your home into a showplace. Whether you're in the market for carpet, tile, hardwood, luxury vinyl planks, or custom showers, 50 Meadows Floors and More can take care of you. Locally owned and operated on Highway 62 West in Farmington, 50 Meadows Floors and More is ready to serve you with an outstanding selection and service that is second to none. Give them a call today at 479-306-8495. Receive 10% off if you mention this ad on ESPN Arkansas. 479-306-8495.
If you're interested in continuing your involvement in high school athletics and want to make some extra money, what better way to do so than by becoming an official? For information on how you can give back to student athletes in Arkansas, please contact us at 501-955-2500. Again, that's 501-955-2500. The Arkansas Activities Association is looking for sports officials, and you may be the answer.
Hey there, I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. We had a cold front move through this morning, which is continuing to drop our temperatures this afternoon. Mid-40s around 3 o'clock with northwesterly winds gusting up to around 25 miles an hour. That's going to make it feel just a bit cooler than it already will be. You can expect, though, gradually clearing conditions, and clear skies tonight will really allow those temperatures to get cold. Mid-20s early Tuesday morning with a return of sunny skies. I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. I hope you have a great start to your week.
ESPN 99.5. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Your news is brought to you by the Good Chair because I had to have a place to sit. Get the Good Chair exclusively at the Stadium Shop. Stop by and tell Robert Ernest Mann that Joe Bonamassa sucks. You want to be seated in the Good Chair. Hey, we got hoops tonight in Fayetteville.
Arkansas, will you make the Final Four? In them wacky uniforms with the pigs with horns. And did I hear you say you were playing a game today with the home crowd yelling, woo, pig suey? Hey, those pigs may be hogs, but they're kosher to me. Capiche?
The Hawks of Maryland Eastern Shore are in town at Bud Walton Arena to take on the Razorbacks. Razorbacks are 3-1 on the year. Maryland Eastern Shore, a frisky 2-6 basketball power index.
Close.
Says Arkansas has a 99% chance to win the game. Tip time, 7 p.m. We're on the air at 6:30. Football team fresh off gaining Larry the bowling ball eligibility.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was close. They take on Mizzou this weekend. Game time scheduled for 2:30. Who's got the game? Who's got it?
What game?
Never mind. Go.
Your poll question.
What game?
How many Thanksgiving dinners will you be attending this year?
As many as humanly possible.
Many as I'm invited to.
47% of people said only one.
I'm like America's guest.
Okay.
Do you have sitting jeans and standing jeans? 49% of people
don't know what the difference is between the two of those. And are we as a society using LOL too much?
Way too much.
82% of people said yes, lol. And that's your pulse. Go touch grass.
Here's a text of the 479. Can you all recap hours 2 and 3? I was chasing a cow during that time and was away from my radio. No, absolutely not.
You know who UMass beat?
Who'd UMass beat?
A school called Penn State Schulkill.
Spell that. SCHUYLL.
ULKILL.
Yeah.
Schulkill.
Well, you don't take on the Fighting Dragons and expect to win.
And they beat Gallaudet University, which may be Canadian. I don't even know if that's
No. I know Gallaudet.
Is it Gallaudet?
Hold on. Hang on a second. Hang on.
Those are the two wins for UMass.
Yeah, I want to say this is like, here they are. They are the Bison.
Yes,
from
they are.
Gallaudet, and they are in Washington, D.C.
Oh, GU. Okay. All right. Well, where is Penn State Schulkill?
In Schulkill.
In Schulkill?
Yeah, in Schulkill. I mean, it's right there in the name.
Makes sense.
Right there in the name.
Shouldn't they have to change it from Penn State? It's a little bit misleading. They're like, hey, we beat Penn State. Oh, really? Yeah, Penn State Schulkill. Right. They lost to Vanderbilt by...
we're being told it's Schuylkill.
Schuylkill?
Yes.
The Stookie brothers.
Right.
They lost to Vanderbilt in the amphitheater at Vanderbilt by 39 points.
Okay.
102-63. But doggone it, they tried hard. So
it's Gallaudet. Kind of like Fragile.
Oh, it must be Italian.
It must be Italian.
Yeah. They just lost to Illinois by 47 on Saturday. And now they're... Oh, good news. On November 30th, do you know who UMass plays?
Who?
UConn.
Oh. Good night.
Oh, man. I wish you well in your quest.
Abner let us know that Schuylkill is where most of the mob bodies are found in Philly.
Oh, Schuylkill.
All right,
Okay,
so there we go. That's
good. It's good intel right there.
Something we didn't know before. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They are in a, I don't know, 8 or 10 team. I think it's an 8-team league in the MEAC, and they're picked 7th preseason.
It's not great.
They're catching 35 tonight against Arkansas.
Guys, I don't like their chances.
The Bet Saracen app. Let me see here. God, if Cal doesn't cover against these guys, when are they going to cover?
Hey, we just want to win.
Christmas.
We just want to win.
Oh, no, we want to cover. We want to make money off this deal. It's 34 on the Bet Saracen app.
Okay.
34 is the number for tonight's matchup at Bud Walton Arena with UMass.
We've got some entertainment news, and I need your opinion on this. We have another twist in the Drake-Kendrick Lamar beef. Apparently, Drake has filed a lawsuit over allegations that the two companies conspired to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. DQ, is that sort of the lowest thing you can do in a rap beef, is file a lawsuit?
Yeah, that pretty much.
Okay, I thought
you've lost.
It's not like the old days when they shot each other.
Right. I mean, I was under the impression in the rap game you policed yourself.
That's right. Yes. Well, it used to be that way in the 90s.
Right. And now we're fine. Oh God.
You got to hear this.
All right, I'm listening.
All right. Our you would have said something. I didn't say anything, but you would have said something. Our crew was our now these are high school students on the video crew on Friday night. So they're out in the hallway before the game, staying warm, and they're talking about the greatest rappers of all time. You would not have approved of this list.
Go ahead.
There's no. Well, I don't. I don't. They're all from like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody.
Yeah.
There's no Snoop. There's no Dre. None of these people are on there. Macklemore. Somebody said Macklemore. I almost jumped out of the press box.
Macklemore.
Macklemore.
He sucks. What are you talking about?
I mean, no Easy, no Dre.
I mean, good Lord.
No.
Not even Young MC. I mean,
Well,
nobody.
Young MC was actually a college graduate. Don't. He's a college graduate. No Chuck D.
No.
Man.
No Easy E. Nobody.
Easy.
No.
Man.
No. Yeah. I was. I just sat there to myself, and I was like, "Wow."
That's when you as the adult have to step in that and go, look, I don't know what y'all are talking about, but I know you're wrong. So you need to move. You go back to work.
I just wow. They're like, yeah, no, he's pretty good. I'm like, none of these people have. No. No Jay-Z, nobody. I mean, what is going on here? They didn't even say Eminem.
Well, they're too young, man. They're way too young.
And I think the world started like 5 years ago.
Yeah, they're like Ty. The world didn't exist before they were born.
Right. That's the problem. That's why we're in the shape we're in.
Exactly. That's why we're here.
That's why we're in the shape we're in, because nobody understands history. So we're doomed to repeat it, as that saying.
No Rob Bass. No DJ Easy Rock.
Hit it. Yeah.
I know that anybody right now between the age of like 47 and 55 right now singing, it takes two.
People who listen to this.
Yeah, that's right. Tell you. That's how you tell if your parents failed you.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean,
Sugar Hill Gang. Now, I am of the opinion that Rapper's Delight is the greatest rap song that was ever written.
Well, it's the first. That doesn't mean it's the greatest.
No, it doesn't mean it's the greatest. But if you look at the construction of it and the way that it today, it still resonates.
It's way too long.
Okay, the radio edit version is the superior.
It's too establishment. When you start radio editing, conforming to the standards.
Well, I mean, nobody's going to play a 9-minute rap song.
I would.
Of course you would.
I want the break.
Well, that's true.
That's 9 minutes. I don't have to talk.
Yeah, there he is. I knew he was listening. He says, I could not sound whiter than I am right now. He's anti-Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh, I see.
Steve hates America and puppies.
Yeah,
I hate the Sugar Hill Gang. Come on, man. Hotel, motel. What you going to do today? Tell you what. I know every word. Sure do.
Steve said Rapper's Delight is garbage.
Yeah, I know. Steve and I have had this discussion for years.
Oh, really? This is an ongoing
This is an ongoing feud. This is an ongoing beef, and apparently I'm going to have to file an injunction to get him to stop talking because he knows not of what he speaks.
You go get a court order.
Right. Now, he claims he's from Chicago. He's actually from DeKalb, which is like way out. I mean, he's like in corn country.
That's like being, hold on. That's like being from Lincoln and saying you're from Fayetteville.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
Right.
It's not the same.
Right. Yeah. Or being from Mansfield and saying you're from Greenwood. It's like that. Something like that.
Here's somebody that says Will Smith. No.
Ooh, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
You never got out there and experienced it like the rest of us did. You know what I mean? You never got out there.
Now, we have a judge who's texted in. He likes Blondie's Rapture. All right. Debbie Harry, that's fine.
But that came after Rapper's Delight. It was a ripoff.
A little bit.
It was in the long list of white people stealing musical stuff from other cultures.
Still Debbie Harry.
That's true. But, I mean, this goes back to Pat Boone doing blues records.
You remember when he put out the heavy metal out?
His whole career was based on stealing stuff from other people.
Right.
He's a total fraud, Pat Boone.
Oh, here's somebody that says NWA is overrated. Sir, go to Abner. Go take a walk, man. Just this discussion is past your grade.
But he's an East Coast guy, so he wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
West Coast,
yeah, it's
right?
West Coast. Yeah, he's an East Coast
Cube
guy.
and all that. Yeah.
Right.
That's West Coast. He wouldn't. Yeah, Pat Boone's entire career was fraudulent. He just stole the whole. You know what? We won't let we won't let Little Richard sing Tutti Frutti on the radio. We'll let Pat Boone do it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's
it's absurd.
Paul and boy, guys, some of y'all don't need to be sending some of this stuff in. Although I do agree with Paul and Fayetteville on KRS-One. That's pretty good.
Okay, all right.
Beastie Boys, hello. They're fine.
They're fine.
They're fine.
Yeah, that's good. Ooh, Abner wants to know the worst rap song of all time. That's a good one. Good Vibration by Marky Mark. Terrible song.
But was that rap or was it just more like a hip hop R&B kind of thing?
I don't know. It was a ripoff of the whole thing.
It was.
I don't know. Anyway, did I ever tell you that the guy that produced Milli Vanilli in the 70s, he did the same thing with a disco group? And nobody caught on.
Who was the disco group?
What were they called? But he actually...
so he just tried to recreate the magic.
Yeah.
That was on those tapes.
Right.
So you have to take the demo to the record company.
Boney M.
It
was a disco group in the 70s.
Okay.
He was actually the lead singer for Boney M, but he wasn't...
No, well, he wasn't the lead singer. He was the lead lip syncer.
Well, yeah, he did the vocals. then they had other people play the part on TV. And, that He got away with that, and then he got caught, and then it died down, and then he tried it again and got away with it for a while with Milli Vanilli, and then he didn't get away with it, and then he tried it again. Like his whole thing was. Anyway, Frank Farian, interesting guy.
All right.
Okay. We'll be back, and DQ has the check marks for the weekend.
DQ may get fired. Again.
Are you going in there?
Darn.
Yeah, that's not really a threat.
You know what? DQ may have to work extra hours if she doesn't get
now you're
right,
actually
She'll
threatened.
have to work extra hours if she doesn't straighten up.
That's right. DQ. What are they going to do? Fire me? No, they're not.
We're going to make you work more.
That's right. Check out the Check H Grill and Buffet in Russellville. It's where exceptional taste meets unparalleled variety. They want you to have an unforgettable dining experience, a diverse selection of grilled delights, hearty buffet options, and an inviting atmosphere. You want to have an event there? They've got the space for that too. You can check them out there and get all the information on that. They're in Russellville. You can go to checkhbuffet.com. Go by and see them at 1105 East Main Street in Russellville, Arkansas. The Check H Grill and Buffet. It's a feast that'll satisfy every palate. At the Check H Grill and Buffet, enjoy life. It's delicious.
This is Ruskin and Zach.
If I'm stalking someone, though, I'm really careful.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Robert and Victoria wanted to sell their property in Bella Vista. They turned to the Limbird Real Estate Group. From the moment they met with the Limbird team, Robert and Victoria knew they were in good hands. The team listened carefully to their needs and goals, and they developed a plan to sell the land quickly and efficiently. Over the next few weeks, Limbird Real Estate Group worked tirelessly to market the property and generate interest from potential buyers. They leveraged their extensive network of contacts and used innovative marketing strategies to get the word out about the land. Before they knew it, Robert and Victoria had multiple offers on the table. The team at Limbird helped them evaluate each offer and ultimately chose the one that was best for them. Robert and Victoria were not only satisfied with the results, but also impressed with how Limbird handled the entire process. They'd been through the real estate process before, but this was by far the smoothest and most efficient experience they've ever had. Find out more about it at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Gentry Public Schools is proud to celebrate champions on and off the field. From their state champion esports and state champion bowling team to their national champion powerlifters and regional champion and state semifinalist softball team, Gentry Athletics is leading the way. And that's not all. All of their competitive sports programs and top-tier facilities provide the perfect environment for success. Be a part of something great at Gentry. Visit their website, follow them on social media, and download their app to stay connected with the action. Gentry Public Schools, where champions are made.
They're tougher than the storms. They're the new Mahindras from Tatum Motor Company. They know many of you have seen your share of storms this year, and now you face the tough job of cleaning up what those storms left behind. You need the official tractor of tough. A new Mahindra tractor from Tatum Motor Company are built with heavy-duty frames and cast-iron chassis to offer more durability, traction, and stability. They're heavy enough for those big jobs like tree removal. And new Mahindras don't have a diesel particulate filter, so they never have to regen. And don't need the diesel exhaust fluid, so you save money there. Plus, save even bigger with Mahindra deals that are tough to beat, like 0% financing for 60 months on all Mahindra models. Find a new tractor or tractor package tough enough for any task at the best price with a new Mahindra from Tatum Motor Company in Anderson, Missouri and Tawnytown, Arkansas.
I'm Paul with Tatum Motor Company. Visit us online at tatummotor.com.
Ready to explore beyond the beaten path? Discover the Range Rover lineup at Land Rover of Little Rock. Experience handcrafted luxury with the capability to take on any adventure. The elegant Range Rover offers unmatched performance and first-class luxury. The Range Rover is built for every journey. Visit Land Rover of Little Rock today and explore our incredible Range Rover selection. Plus, take advantage of our promotions and recently revamped service department. Visit us at 25 Colonel Glenn Plaza Drive or log on at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Is your hair game in overtime? Then head to Fantasy Sports Cuts, the ultimate hair joint for men. We don't just cut hair, we draft the perfect style for your dome. Our scissor-wielding all-stars will turn your mop into a championship look. Want the Hail Mary mohawk or the slam dunk fade? We've got you covered. So hustle down to Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every day is game day for your hair. Walk-ins are welcome, or book online at fantasysportscuts.com or give us a call. Fantasy Sports Cuts at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
When you're looking for your next side-by-side, motorcycle, ATV, or zero-turn mower, look no further than your local Wood Power Sports store. With convenient locations in Springdale, Fayetteville, and Harrison, we've got 9 brands to choose from. If you can think of it, we've probably got it. These 3 convenient locations also provide you with outstanding service and parts capabilities. Want to know more? Visit us online at woodpowersports.com. Pick your brand, location, or shop all 3. We look forward to earning your business. Wood Power Sports, a solid name you can trust.
You have old jewelry that you never wear that's just gathering dust? Here at Swift Jewelry, one of our favorite things to do is to repurpose your heirloom jewelry into something that fits your current style. Bring in your old jewelry and fresh ideas and let our expert jewelers breathe new life into a dazzling new creation that you'll be proud to wear. There's something extra special about a stunning piece of jewelry that tells a beautiful, sentimental story about the past. Come share your dreams with us at Swift's Jewelry in beautiful downtown Fayetteville, your personal jeweler since 1956.
This Thanksgiving, skip the stress and enjoy a delicious feast with Richard's Country Meat Market. From fresh turkey and prime rib to pork crown roast, Richard's has the best meats for your celebration. Pre-order your sliced roast turkey breast or ham today. Make it even easier with Richard's complete holiday meals, including rolls, cornbread stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, and homemade pumpkin pie. Open Monday through Wednesday, the week of Thanksgiving. Call them 479-443-0000. Visit them at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville or online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
ESPN 99.5. The most influential show in Arkansas. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
All right, we're back here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app.
Everybody's awake?
All right. Wake up, everybody. Wake up.
All right. Are we going to give DQ an opportunity to do the right thing?
Well, there's always an opportunity to do the right thing.
Sounds good to me. No pressure.
And we all know what that is.
That's correct.
The thing you don't want is the right thing. That's what it is. Your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle, or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
This is a test. This is just testing to see if our Hit That Line email works.
It ain't.
Talk at Hit That Line or whatever the heck it is.
It ain't working.
It's the resignation at the end there, whatever the heck it is.
Look, another player's rung the bell. That means he did his personal best.
They have petitions everywhere. Everywhere you go, there is someone with a petition.
That's an angry lady.
Angry.
Man. That lady grows up and starts yelling at people for
yelling at people in the car pickup line,
putting signs in her yard in a POA. You can't do that.
Yep. Your hedges are too high.
That's right. You pull your trash cans up the day after they collect the trash. You don't leave them out all week.
That's 100% correct.
They don't like that.
No, they don't like that.
They want those. They want those trash cans off the street. They don't want you parking on the street either. All right. Let's go now to DQ, who is standing by with her check marks from the college football week. We're running out of these, so savor them.
Do the right thing.
Right. So here we go.
Well, I'm going to start with the green. So, you're going to be disappointed.
Uh-oh.
I'm giving the green to Billy Napier of Florida. He took Ole Miss out of playoffs.
He's 6-5.
He did America a favor, though. He got rid of
It was kind of a last minute defeat, which I love.
Jackson Dart out here.
They tried to keep Jackson Dart in the game. They tried.
Yeah. The league kept giving him chances, and guess what? Can't help you anymore, son. Goodbye.
But good for Florida. They're not very good, but
they're going bowling.
How's their 6-5 different than this 6-5?
They don't have a bowling ball.
Probably not going to get fired.
No, he's back. They said that a month ago. No, he's good.
He's sticking around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
My yellow.
Yeah.
is gonna go to Shane Montgomery.
Who?
If you don't know who that is, he coaches UMass.
Oh.
I did some research.
Okay.
Okay. They played Georgia this week. They scored 21 points on Georgia.
They did?
The only other teams that had scored that many points on Georgia were two teams that had beaten Georgia.
Right.
The two teams that beat them, Alabama and whoever the other team was.
Who else beat Georgia?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry,
Okay.
that was last week.
Yep.
And Mississippi State.
Wow.
So they're kind of up there.
Okay.
They scored some of the most points that has been scored on Georgia this year. So yeah, good for them. That's why they're getting a positive yellow.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes the yellows are a negative yellow. This one's
Is a positive
a
yellow.
positive yellow.
Uh-huh.
My red.
You're upsetting the people.
I see Lurch is.
Lurch is very upset right now.
My red is gonna go to Brent Venables of OU.
Why?
Because his stupid fan base stormed the field. I was so annoyed when Ole Miss did it with 16 seconds left. They did it with 28 seconds left in the game. I don't see. I know.
He's not to blame for that.
He is to blame because he's connected.
He shouldn't have won
to
the game.
team. Alabama did not score on them. That's
No,
very
they didn't.
impressive. Or they scored a field goal, whatever.
I think we need to bring in tear gas to get rid of all this field storming.
I don't understand.
I hate it. I'm tired of it. It's stupid. Get off the field, you morons.
I don't understand how you don't see that the game is not over. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like one person, and then it's just a domino effect. And I'm glad they got double fine, except I'm a little mad because that was the first time they'd stormed the field. So it's the two field storming fines are less than one field storming fine for Arkansas.
I also have another proposal. If you're a blue blood, you're never allowed to storm the field. Oh, use a blue blood. Sorry, kids. Well, we could also put barbed wire up to keep them in the stands, right?
No, you don't want to do that.
Because
Tear gas?
of how OU
Pepper
was
spray.
doing this year, they deserve to storm the field against Alabama, especially after Alabama didn't score a single touchdown on them. But doing it with 28
Okay.
seconds left in the
Let me-
game
let me
is so annoying. That, drives
but let me
insane.
propose this.
It's their whole mascot. Their whole mascot is going to
Land
something
grabbing.
early.
What if
They're Sooners?
What if they storm the field at halftime?
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, get it out of the way, and it's not during the game, so you're not going to get fined. Like during one of those long ass TV timeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, have somebody that's in charge, understands where you are on the shot sheet, and hey, man, we got a 4.5 minute break. Here we go.
The schools whose entire mascot is based on stealing something early, storm the field early. It makes sense now. You know what? They should take back one of the fines. They were just living up to their character. They're the Sooners. This is what they are.
This is what they are.
Take away one fine. Just give them $100,000. Shouldn't have two fines for being
No,
yourself.
I think you should.
Oh, yeah?
Be yourself.
They're being themselves. They're Sooners. This is what they do. This is what they are.
You want a half fine?
Okay, 50. We'll
All
meet
right.
in the middle. 150.
The people are upset.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you had the premature storming in which, I mean, that was kind of dumb anyway. Just in the freaking game. 1 second. Stop
the
it.
game's
the
not gonna
BYU
change.
at Arizona
Yeah,
State thing.
just let-
But no, we need to give these people. I feel bad for the allied event people and the landmark people. They need to be armed. There's like 5 of them and 10,000 students. They can't do anything.
No. We're not arming non-licensed security.
Give them pepper spray. Give them something.
To do what?
To get the crowd control back.
When the field storming happens, they go in the stands. It's safer up there.
That's another problem. Maybe you need to stay out there.
Just
ride this thing out.
No, they don't even protect the goalposts anymore. It's just like, here they come. I'm going in the stands.
No, we need to give these people the equipment to do their job, like pepper spray or something, tear gas.
Okay,
Agent Orange. I don't know, something to get control of this chaotic situation. Somebody could get hurt. Telling you right now.
Would you like to reconsider any of your selections?
No.
Why? You're wrong.
Why would I give him a green flag for something that he was supposed to do?
He beat the number 19 team in the
Again.
country and whooped the Army. Doesn't happen very
They
often.
haven't had a whooping like that since, Fort Sumter.
Right?
They were supposed to win
that it?
both of those games.
They did. They broke both teams.
Okay, let me try and author a compromise. here.
Okay, yes, I'm all ears now.
DQ.
I'm not compromising.
DQ.
She's the problem.
Okay, this is very negative. This is not the
She is the
cooperative
problem.
See, this is what's wrong with America. DQ is nobody
I
will
don't
meet in
care.
the middle anymore. There's no compromising. Let me ask: if Notre Dame won the whole thing, would Marcus Freeman get a green check mark?
I would consider yellow.
Excuse me?
Okay, she's considering yellow. Is that okay?
No. Now
I would
he's just being
consider-
obstinate.
I would consider giving the team he lost to a red.
You're being obtuse. You're being
saying something.
Yeah, you're being obtuse.
You know, you're not the first person who has said that to me. You're not the first person who said that to me today.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you obtuse?
Someone calls me obtuse every single day
Gee.
of my life.
Wow.
Maybe it's because we're being
Wow.
a little obtuse.
Right.
Huh. Okay.
Here's a suggestion to fence in the student section.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because English football stadiums have had some tragedies when the fans get fenced in. Not a good idea.
But at baseball, the fences work. The nets work.
Okay, it's a net.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll net them in like butterflies. We'll put them in a net. We'll put a net in over the student section. Those kids are not paying any money like the rest of us are to get in the stadium. They should have an obstructed view. Put a net in front of them.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yellow is the best he can do.
Maybe not even that.
Okay.
You see, she's a problem.
I don't want to give him one.
The deal is dead. I tried to broker the deal.
Man.
The deal is dead. Man, we are still at a labor stoppage here. You know what I mean? We are not close. The two sides are not close.
What is your thing against my
I don't
beloved-
have anything against
It's
Marcus
you. It's
Freeman.
your problem.
What if Lurch asked?
Okay.
Or Ty?
No, because you've corrupted him.
Okay.
You've corrupted
I have a new
him
offer.
and Lizzie, and all they talk about now is Notre Dame, Notre Dame, Notre Dame.
Yeah, you really have.
They
yeah.
both went to Arkansas.
There are militant right wing.
What if this? What if Zach left the show and somebody else sat there?
Yeah.
That you liked.
I'll go in the car and listen.
Would you? No, permanently. You're out of here. Oh. And then someone else you liked sat there. Would you then give Freeman a green check mark?
No.
Okay. Well,
You see?
I don't know what
You see what I'm dealing with here?
He's not negotiating with terrorists.
No, she is a terrorist. She will not negotiate. Huh.
The drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky. Obtuse. Is the word.
Right. She's our Andy Dufresne. She's the warden. What if Jesus was sad that you didn't give him a green check
Oh
mark?
my gosh.
Don't make the baby Jesus cry, DQ. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Man, what's a man got to do? I mean, you see what I'm working with here.
If Notre Dame loses in the first round of the playoff, will he get a red check mark?
No. He's not getting any check marks.
Wow.
Not so for you.
Nothing.
Really?
I haven't given him any. Even when he lost to NIU.
Then I think this whole thing is fugazi. It's clearly
mine.
Yeah, I know it's yours.
It's biased. People say it's biased. It is biased because it's mine.
What if Marcus Freeman coached Arkansas? How many check marks would he have?
I'm fine with Marcus Freeman. If he coached any other team, he would probably have a check mark because he seems to be a good coach.
But
It's the team he coaches.
Fighting for you. Small business. That's what they're doing. Man.
It's tough out there.
This discussion
These
is not over, young lady.
You know what? It's people like DQ making money off Marcus Freeman, and then it's killing recruiting.
You know, I don't hear him saying that.
Killing recruiting.
What if I got Marcus Freeman to call you personally and ask for a green check?
Talk to a
I don't know
Marcus
what-
in Indiana. Hello, Marcus.
You know, we've got
I don't know what we'd talk about.
Can we get a cameo for DQ for Christmas? Is Marcus Freeman on Cameo?
Oh my gosh!
I mean, it's going to be pretty expensive, I would imagine.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
This discussion is not over.
Seems like it is. It's obtuse.
Oh, he's on here.
Obtuse.
Wait a minute. He is?
Yep.
How much? Let me guess. $400.
Hang on. I don't know how this works.
Oh, my God.
I
let the young person
buy one,
do it.
get one 20% off.
When does he have the time to do this?
When he's winning games 49-14, cutting cameos on the sideline.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, how much is this?
He's not available right now.
Oh, he does.
Because
He does
it's
it.
football
He
season.
does it in the off season.
All right, okay.
Well, what is he available for in the?
I'll keep an eye on it.
Oh, he donates 100% of the profits.
See,
He's such a good guy.
He is a good guy. He should have a check mark already. Abner wants to know, what if any of your kids decide to go to Notre Dame? Green check marks? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you could get DQ a Lou Holtz cameo for $75. How about that?
Asking for, can you tell her to give Marcus a green check mark? Please give Marcus Freeman a green check mark. DQ, are you the player in Monopoly that never trades property? Because that's what it feels like.
Yes.
Gilligan says it's $200. I'd pay that in a heartbeat.
Joe Theismann, $175. Another Notre Dame great.
Joe
Theismann.
I'll inundate. Can we get a Coach O cameo asking for a for the show? Yeah, we can do that.
What about Tommy Cutlet's agent is on cameo for $75.
Do I want Lou Holtz or Tommy Cutlet's
Sean
agent?
Stellato.
Yeah, I'll go with Lou Holtz on that. Freeman's only $200, huh?
That's what it said.
Okay.
I
I'll do
didn't see that.
I'd do that.
Pat Mahomes' dad is on here for $99 because you can't get.
Seems a little steep.
That's right.
That is celebrity adjacent. That is not a celebrity. You know what I mean?
No. Well, his dad was a pitcher in the majors.
Yeah, but he wasn't famous enough to be on cameo.
He was an all-star once.
Once?
Hey, you know, it is what it is. All right, I'm going to work on this Marcus Freeman cameo for DQ.
Kevin Burkhardt, $99. The voice of the NFL on Fox. Cameo is a fascinating place, man.
Yeah. It's a weird world.
Emmitt Smith, $725. Good Lord. Hey, Mike Golick, another Notre Dame great, $75.
Which,
that?
Mike Golick?
Mike Golick, yeah.
Like, what, Mike and Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep that.
You don't like him?
He was in the Faust era.
Oh, you don't like
Yeah,
Faust?
he was not a Notre Dame great. He was there.
Okay. He's not a Notre Dame great. The drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach. Ooh, Dabo's Kids on here for $35.
Why?
Just, he has to make his own money. He can't live off his daddy's money.
Yeah, Daddy said get out.
Get out and earn a living, son. $35 at a time, all right?
We're getting Marcus Freeman a check mark. A good one. A green plus.
We'll be back in a minute.
Hello, I'm Chip Scarborough in the 4029 newsroom. The Thanksgiving holiday week is officially here, and many are gearing up to travel to their holiday destination. Some are already getting a head start. 4029's Jacob Murphy spent the day gathering information you need to know before you hit the road or take to the sky. Live reports on 4029 News. We welcomed in a wave of much cooler air on this Monday. Afternoon temps in the mid-40s for northwest Arkansas and low 50s for the River Valley. Tonight on 4029 News, meteorologist Melissa Hall will show us which areas could drop below freezing overnight. And Fort Smith police say they arrested a man in connection to a hit and run over the weekend that sent an 8-year-old boy to the hospital. 4029's Brett Rains is following the case and will update the investigation on 4029 News. For news anytime, log on to 4029tv.com. I'm Chip Scarborough with this live local late-breaking update.
Electrical work can be dangerous. Don't let a do-it-yourself mistake lead to a bigger problem. Mr. Sparky's highly trained electricians can handle all of your electrical needs, guaranteeing that your job will be completed safely and within code compliance. Trust the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll leave your home even safer than we found it. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into their mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
Gentlemen, success doesn't have to leave you looking and feeling exhausted. At Voxy in Rogers, we help men stay looking confident and on top of their game with Botox. No more tired lines, just a stronger, more rested and defined look without anyone knowing. Get started today with $50 off your first treatment using code VOXY50. Visit VoxyNWA.com. That's V as in victory, OXYNWA.com. Because your face should match your game.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call my friend JT Finley at 479-521-4220 or come by and see him in the heart of Fayetteville off College Avenue.
Hey, Arkansas fans, tired of cooking, cleaning, yard work, home maintenance? Move to Pinnacle Grove Senior Living, where you'll have all of the fun, none of the chores. Pinnacle Grove's transitional senior living, offering independent living, assisted living, memory care, so residents can find the right fit for their needs. Located at 5520 West Northgate Road in Rogers. Contact Scott or Elena at 479-662-8183 for a Pinnacle Groves tour today.
Hey, before you go play, swing by Golf USA in Fayetteville and check out the latest and greatest offerings from the biggest names in golf. With 2 high-definition simulators, an enormous selection, and the most knowledgeable staff, be assured Golf USA is here to make you look and play better. And Golf USA is honored to be included for the 5th time to Golf Digest's Top Fitters list for 2024. Check them out in the Office Depot Hobby Lobby Shopping Center on North College in Fayetteville. Golf USA. We're as golf as it gets.
Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling. Make sure your heating and cooling systems are always running at their best. From expert maintenance to emergency repairs, replacements, and same-day service, their certified technicians keep you comfortable year-round. Right now, enjoy Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling seasonal tune-up special for just $69. Call 479-435-5039 today. That's 435-5039. Veterans, active military, and first responders get a 15% discount. Count on Precision Comfort Heating and Cooling.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville, K237GR Johnson. This is ESPN Northwest Arkansas. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
With DQ.
Kelsey finds a blank space for the score.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
I was yelling at you.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Not happy about it. Nope, not happy. This is ESPN Arkansas, and they Hit That Line Now app, 866-285-4005. That's how you can be on this here radio program. Your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle, or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
But if you got guys banging threes...
Such a great clip. Indescribably beautiful.
That was fun.
Had a good time with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. There you go. All right, let's see here. You know what's happened to so here's what with this college football playoff, and it was almost blood week. Maybe it was blood week. You had a lot of top teams lose.
Separation Saturday,
which kind of cancels everything out because then everybody just like stays kind of where they are. That's kind of what happens there. But so like my entire like college football experience now is based on disliking teams and wanting them to feel pain. Ole Miss, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Penn State. So you know what's happening?
Colorado.
Well, now these teams, not Colorado yet, but these teams are all ending up in the bracket. And I'm looking at this bracket, I'm like, I don't want anybody to win this thing. I don't like any of these teams. And so I'm blinded in my judgment I'm fueled by hatred, Zach. And I don't like any of these. SMU is a fun story until next year when they're good again, and then I'll be tired of them.
Well, that's you.
That's right. That's your problem. I don't like any of these teams.
I think for the first time in a long time, I think we're in a situation where we've got 5 or 6 teams that can actually win it. And the playoff should be interesting. I think you're going to get some decent games.
I don't like Miami. I don't like Texas. I don't like I don't like anybody.
I noticed you haven't said you don't like small business in America. Good for you.
I like independent small businesses.
Especially the independent.
I root for the little guy.
Yeah, there you go.
The little guy that could. Yeah,
I understand. I totally get it. I think there's 5 or 6 teams that can actually win it. Now, this isn't going to be like the NCAA tournament where somebody makes a Cinderella run. I don't think you're going to see that because usually in football, the best teams generally win. You may get an upset here or there, but I think you're going to see, pick the 6 teams you think are going to be pick half the field. It's going to be one of those 4 teams. It's going to be one of the top 4 of the top 6 seeds at the end of it.
Yeah. Anyway, I just, individually, you go week to week and you're like rooting against this thing and that thing. And then when you put them all together in one tournament, you're like, oh, I don't like them. I kind of like Oregon.
But
I like Lanning.
It's all blue bloods at this point, and Oregon.
I'm not into Oregon for the, for the glitz and the uniforms and all that crap. I like Lanning.
Do you want to do it or should I?
What?
Well, yeah. What was this?
The glitz.
Yeah, the jazz hands,
the jazz fingers.
So you're in it for the wine, not the label.
I'm into the wine, not the label. Right.
Okay,
I like Lanning.
Okay,
I think he's a good coach.
I think they are going to get boat raced by Ohio State in a couple of weeks when they go when they play in Indianapolis.
Well, let's just roll it out there and see what happens.
No, I'm saying. I mean, they've already played once. I just think Ohio State's the best team in the country.
Let's see what happens.
So they're going to be the one, and then then we sort it out from there.
Indiana's a fraud too. Get them out of there.
Indiana is a
Get them out.
They're a good team. They're not a great team. They're going to be one of those teams that's going to get in unless they stumble this week. They're going to get in, and they're probably going to lose in the first round. Probably.
Yeah, I think get them out of there.
Okay.
You see what I mean? This is the problem I'm having.
But what we're having is there are a lack of qualified teams.
Who should I like?
Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Small business.
No, I mean, you said you like Oregon. Cool. I mean, Oregon is a fun team to watch. Dylan Gabriel better win the Heisman. Otherwise,
he's not going to.
I know
they're going to give it to Travis Hunter.
And give me a mediocre wide receiver season and a mediocre cornerback season and call it the greatest season ever. He's not Rod Woodson. He's not Charles Woodson. He's none of those guys. But Dylan Gabriel.
He's not Ed Woodson.
Right, exactly. He's not Ed Wood. But there's a point at which
they're going to give it to a guy on a 3-loss team in Colorado. That's what they're going to do with the Heisman.
I guess.
It's absurd.
I guess, but I think after Saturday, maybe we can push them away. There's a lack of qualified teams. I think we know who the first 6 are, but after that, everybody's got something.
It's completely watered down. That's what it is. It's watered down. There should 4 was enough. We could hardly find 4 teams worthy to win the title. My God, now we're trying to find 12. You're never going to find 12. You're going to have to throw in some people, and thus the politicking and the the briberies, I'm sure, and the influencing keeps going from there.
How do you? Okay, so I don't take the AP. You can't take the AP poll seriously anymore because it doesn't matter. What's the committee going to do with a 3-loss Alabama? Are they the?
They're going to give them the benefit of the doubt because the SEC has the most powerful lobby in college football.
Correct.
They're like tobacco or the drug companies.
Wow. Okay.
Evil people. The SEC.
That's why we root for small business in America.
That's right.
Okay.
I root for small independent businesses.
That's right.
Not the evil drug companies. If you're a vote for the SEC is a vote for Pfizer. That's what it is. It is. And the Big Ten ain't much better. That's like rooting for Citibank or one of these giant financial institutions ripping people off all the time.
Chase.
Yeah, like Chase. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You might as well root for MasterCard. I mean,
Root
good
for the
lord.
IRS and Exxon.
American Express.
Right.
But the independent, the small business, the backbone of this country, that's who we like.
You hearing this, DQ? You hearing this?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't want it. Is there a way no one can win? And we just put it off for this year and see if we can get some likable teams next year. I don't know. SMU will be on the bracket tomorrow night, right?
SMU, yeah. Yeah, they should be.
Okay. And Colorado will not.
We've still got 1 week left in the season, usually the craziest week of the year. And then you've got the championship games still to go. So there's a long way to go.
Right. I guess there is some. Well, now that I'm thinking about this now. I'm walking this through my mind right now. And I guess there is the ultimate satisfaction, which would be an overrated team having their pants pulled down in the playoff, a la Texas or Penn State. That would be pretty sweet.
See,
I root for that.
I don't think there's an overrated team anymore because so many teams are losing. There's only there's one undefeated team. Right. There's only a couple of teams with 1 loss, and then there's this mess of 2-loss and 3-loss teams. And you've got to somehow sort it out. I was listening to one of the SEC shills talking about how the SEC still deserves 4, and it's like, listen, I understand that's where your bread and butter is, but at some point, wins have to matter and losses have to matter. I don't care who you lost to. The fact that you lost, and we all understood the assignment going in. If I have to make exceptions for you, or what do we say at the beginning of the year? If you've got a bunch of ifs,
3 or more ifs.
There's no argument for you. You lose the right to argue about your spot when you get to the second loss.
Yeah,
you're then just part of the gaggle.
Well, but the point they make, and I don't agree with them at all, to be clear. But I'm just saying, from their perspective, their losses are tougher than other losses, so they should count for more than other losses.
Losing to a 5-5 Oklahoma team an acceptable loss? Is losing to a 5-5 Florida team or a 6-5 Vanderbilt team? I mean, are these tough losses?
So the SEC has finally cannibalized itself, and with the portal in particular, I don't know if we'll get a great team in this era. I think you can get teams about like now, where you can get a good team, but man, I don't know. Is anybody going to go undefeated in the SEC anymore?
But this is what they wanted. This is in the NIL and the portal era, and with all of the the playoff and all. This is what they wanted. They wanted chaos. It was too easy in the BCS. 3 of the teams were worthy. 1 of the teams was not. 1 of the teams was usually gifted there.
It's like these smart people from the past who were like, "This is not a good idea. You should just stick to just 1 and 2 and not the." It's like they were right.
Okay, so,
it's like Roy Kramer was right 30 years ago.
So
and nobody listened.
Just work through this with me. Let's say Clemson, who is 12 this week in the AP poll, plays Boise State in the first round at Boise. Because Boise's, the Power 5 champion or the Group of 5 champion.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay, so let's just say they're playing. Is that better? And let's say it's a 38-30 game. So it's a close game, 1-score game. Is that better in the first round of the playoffs than those 2 teams playing in Orlando on New Year's Day, playing a meaningless exhibition game? Of course it is. Of course it is. So the first round of the playoffs, you're probably going to see some weird, you're going to see teams traveling to parts of the country they normally don't go to, and you're going to get some competitive games. And that's all they want, is to disperse the talent, get some competitive games. Because let's be honest, the semifinals in most years are duds.
Pretty bad, yep.
Even the title game, most years, is a dud.
Right.
So if you're in the 5 slot, the 5 slot is the easiest path to the college football playoff final. You'll have one really tough game. You're going to get a group of 5 champion. You're going to get the weakest of the Power 4 champions, and then you'll have a real game in the semi. That's the road you want. Yes, it's an extra game, but that's the easiest road.
And that's the other thing. These teams are already hurt, and now they got to play 4 more games. Like, nobody has the depth to run through this thing. It is going to be, if you want to talk about on paper, the upset thing you said makes sense. Where it's going to be hard for an underdog to run all the way. But man, if the underdog is healthy and they keep running into teams that are all banged up, man, it's possible. Because I mean, nobody's had to play 19 games or 18 games before.
Here's a text out of the 479. And speaking of tough losses, how do we measure a loss against a 6-5 Northern Illinois team? It happened. But what you're failing to understand is since that game was played, Notre Dame has been the most dominant team in the country. They
haven't lost since.
No, not just haven't lost. Their score differential is the largest in the country. They've outscored their opponents 399 to 92. They've been the single most dominant team in college football since that day.
Right.
If you're going to hang your hat on that, you have to acknowledge all of the other things that they've done well. It's a bad loss. Totally agree. But if you're going to tell me an 11-1 team with that loss, who's been the most dominant team for the last 11 weeks, doesn't deserve to get in, you don't understand the process.
So here's a text. Ranked wins should matter most. I agree to a point. But you need to be it needs to be teams that are ranked at the end of the year. Like if you beat a ranked team in September and then that team fell apart, that's not a ranked win. It doesn't count.
Well,
you know what I mean?
But they're ranked when you played them. And that's all. That's the dance.
But they had a bad year after that. Let's say
when you beat teams, they're going to fall down the rankings. I think it matters if they were ranked when you beat them, especially with college football playoff. Those should matter more. If you beat a ranked team in the college football playoff era because you've got data, that should matter more than beating a number 25 team in the middle of September.
I think you have to look at that ranked win thing at the end of the year and see how it worked. Because I'm not and is that how do they do that? Like there used to be a site I could look at that had that. I don't know where it is. But SMU has 2 ranked wins. But so does Georgia Tech. But Georgia Tech's got 4 losses. So is SMU as good as Georgia Tech?
Don't kid yourself when you're talking about I got some guy talking about strength of schedule. The back half, if you're outside the playoff, there are people lobbying to keep teams like South Carolina and Missouri in the top 25 simply to boost the teams at the top to boost their strength of schedule. Don't kid yourself that's not going on. Strength of schedule is something. But you also have to look further than that. And I don't like the eye test. I don't like subject. I like my data. And if you're talking about the single most dominant team in the country, it's Notre Dame. And past that, one loss is worthy of getting in against a 12-team schedule, period.
Yeah. The drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach.
Yeah, here's a great question. JT wants to know, explain how Tennessee has a bad loss to Arkansas and Texas has a good win over Arkansas. It's very simple. When you get people on ESPN in particular selling Texas and wanting to keep an SEC team in that top 4, they're going to tell you that that's a good win.
And this is Tim Brando's point. It is completely biased.
Yes!
That the network that airs the SEC then has their corporate people come on there and do the playoff show. And what are they going to do? They're going to pump up the stuff on their network.
Pump up their properties.
That's what they're going to do. And you know what? This may, and I don't know, Tim Brando may disagree with this, but I would say if the selection show was on Fox, they would do the same thing.
Sure, they would with the Big Ten. Absolutely. So if it was on NBC, guess who'd be the number 1 team in their bracket?
So, I guess you could put the selection show on C-SPAN and get independent coverage here. I don't know what
phones
to do.
going.
That's right, yeah. Well, they had the one phone for the Democrats and the one phone for the Republicans.
State. Here's one vote for Oregon.
Absolutely. C-SPAN's still on the air. I think we ask this about once a month around here.
Yeah, well, we're big C-SPAN fans.
They still got that show where that guy just talks about books all day.
They did a great documentary on the attempted Reagan assassination.
Oh,
that's the last thing I've watched on C-SPAN.
Wow. Okay.
That was like 2 years. What? I'm sorry. What? Are you being judgy about the documentaries I watch?
I did watch 6-parter on Ted Turner over the weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. I watched a documentary on D.B. Cooper last night. You should have seen him light up. He's like, really?
That is kind of interesting. Ted Turner's an interesting guy, too.
Yes. Weird.
6 parts.
Huh.
Yeah. He had a lot of things to
Booker
say.
County Pappy's right. The NPR selection show.
There you go.
You.
That's right. Yeah. We'll get the wait, don't tell me guy. We'll get Peter Sagal to do the selection show from the Studebaker Theater in Chicago. That's what we'll do. What, is that too much NPR information?
It's a lot of NPR.
Right. We'll get Paula Poundstone on there and that other lady from Mo Rocca. Get him on there.
Oh, Mo Rocca?
Yeah, Mo Rocca.
Did you? Wow, Mo Rocca.
What's your dream team? DQ, I'll get you in on this. What's your dream wait, don't tell me crew?
I don't know. I don't know it well enough.
Okay.
Don't tell me.
I did love Mo Rocca's Celebrity Jeopardy run.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
this
yeah.
last season.
Yeah.
It was great.
John and Little Rock wants it on the CW.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Get Tom Brenneman on
followed by Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
That'd be great having Reese Davis do a live read for Dawson's
Well,
Creek.
it's like when Nance had to do all those True TV show Impractical Jokers reads during the March Madness back a few years ago.
Yeah, what about PBS after reading Rainbow?
And before Sesame
Of course,
Street.
yeah. 2 in the afternoon.
Too bad McNeil and Lehrer are both gone because we could have McNeil
Are they
Lehrer.
really?
Yeah.
We lost both of them?
We could get McNeil Lehrer to do the
Who's the guy
selection
that,
show.
the McLaughlin group? Is he gone?
Wrong!
Yeah,
him.
he's gone?
I think he's gone.
Dang it. Yeah. All the great commentators are gone.
They really are.
When Tim Russert went, we lost the last two great ones.
Russert would have been great on the college.
He was a big
football
Bills
show.
fan. He understands.
Yeah, he
losing.
knew football. Yeah, and losing. Yeah, you're right about that.
He had he'd been through he'd been worked over.
That's right. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, that'd have been something.
And they should they should move the selection show around to different networks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like your other television partners should be able to do that.
Like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Move it around.
Yeah. What about Linda Ellerby?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Get her in there. And Phil Donahue. Kidding. I'm kidding. I know he's gone.
We lost him.
Bill Curtis around?
Yeah, Bill Curtis is the announcer on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell what I don't listen to.
Yeah.
What about just letting Bill Curtis do it?
I'm Bill Curtis.
He used to do those great crime documentaries.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Or
if you win on Wait, Don't Tell Me, you get Bill Curtis's voice on your voicemail.
What if you put it on Alexa, like with your sleep sounds?
I'm Bill Curtis.
I've always thought that was such an odd price.
Well, if they don't have any money, I mean,
know,
of
but
course
it's like what a voicemail.
That's right.
Huh?
Someone else in your voicemail.
Yeah, that is
That's never made sense to me.
right.
Jeff wanting to know if Robert Stack is still around. No.
Robert Stack.
Yeah, if he showed up in your town. I mean, he was the original Cantori. If
Well,
he showed up in your
unsolved
town, something bad was
mystery,
going to happen.
or something weird had happened, and they were trying to figure it out.
Tonight, after Buffy the Vampire on the CW, it's the College Football Playoff Selection Show.
Followed by Whose Line Is It Anyway? With Aisha Tyler. Oh, boy. Oh. John in Mountain Home claims he does a good Paul Harvey impression.
I'm willing to listen. Send me a little voice thing.
Yeah, send that in.
You know what'd be great is if I could get a couple of our voice people together and send Peter some stuff. I've heard the Ed O on his podcast.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
I'm fine with that. Send me samples. I'll get you hooked up with the Project.
Yes. Or we could use you, and we could have a character say the offensive thing, and we wouldn't have to say it anymore.
Yeah, we need that.
Well,
we have DQ.
Paul Harvey ripping Sam Pittman would be hilarious, and we wouldn't have to do
it. Now, what if DQ did it with a smile? You're smiling.
Smiling.
Smiling. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. The drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach. I don't know how we got onto
I don't either.
Voices from me hating all of the college football playoff teams, but here we are.
It's been a day, man. It's been a day. I don't think we got anything accomplished.
And we got a few things.
Did we move the ball at all?
Yeah,
DQ,
we did.
other than the check mark thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We did some stuff earlier. Pretty good.
Yeah, we did.
Noteworthy, I think.
Yes, we did.
That we did some noteworthy things earlier. But there you go. Is all of that podcast approved, you think, or do we need to censor that?
No, we're fine.
All right.
We're fine.
Okay.
We're having an in-show meeting right now.
That's right. Yeah, we just happen to
you
be.
guys just happen to be.
Have the microphones on right now. Yeah. I just saw something and on the bottom line, and I wanted to ask you about this. So they're letting GM in Formula One. Did you see this? They are. They're letting GM
in. General Motors is going to participate in Formula One.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Does it come with a free roadside assistance? Those things
OnStar?
those things will make it out of the first turn.
They're gonna have. I think they're gonna have Cadillacs in the. I just saw this. I just saw it on the thing. This is actual news. What are you laughing at?
They're gonna need OnStar. Go get them. Yeah, my car died again. All right, Mr. Verstappen, we'll be right there.
Oh, that'd be something. If they get Max.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that'd be
3 weeks in a row for you.
That's right.
Wow.
They don't. They're very. This is the ultimate country club. They do not let anybody in.
No, they don't.
And
No.
this is the 11th, I think, maker that they're letting in. Or what do they call it? What do they call that trophy? The constructor. Yeah, they're letting the 11th group in.
I think I could name all 11.
Please, we're dying to hear this.
No. I'm just saying. I think I could. I mean, Jaguar used to be in there. That had OnStar on it because they had to go pick those up. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, they have 10 now.
All right. Well,
but I don't know if Sauber should count because they've never done anything this year.
Sauber sucks.
Wow. And who's the one that Stevens is with? Is that Williams?
Yeah.
Stevens from Little Rock sponsors
They
one
suck
of these.
too.
Okay.
They do.
Thank you.
I mean, Williams is really bad. Huh.
Oh. All right. We have let's see here. All right. We can move on.
Okay.
I thought we had some texts here that might be promising, but no such luck. All right, we're going to be back here. Your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach. Let me remind you about Cheap Sleep Furniture and Mattresses in Bentonville off of Exit 86. They're having their going out of business sale, and everything has got to go. Up to 90% off right now at Cheap Sleep. But it ends at the end of the month. Once it's over, it's over at Cheap Sleep. So get by there and get savings on name brand mattresses, appliances, and more at Cheap Sleep. Exit 86 off I-49 in Bentonville. Once it's gone, it is gone at Cheap Sleep. Stay with us.
On ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas. More than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive in Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas.
Then we should talk. In addition to sports radio marketing, ESPN Arkansas can help your business be found online. From website design to geo-targeted campaigns, search engine marketing, social media management, streaming video campaigns, and much more. ESPN Arkansas is your digital marketing partner. Go to espnarkansasdigital.com for your free digital marketing audit or email us at sales@hitthatline.com to schedule an appointment.
Hey, you! Yeah, you. Are you looking to purchase a new home or refinance your current home? This is Joey Phillips, Gill Mortgage Company. We have the right home loan products to help make your dreams a reality. From VA, USDA, FHA, down payment assistance, and many other loan programs. Give us a call at 870-416-3755. Visit us online at gillmortgage.com or stop by and see us at 816 North Main Street, Harrison, Arkansas. Gill Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, Company MLS 3274, Individual MLS 410-478. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
Hi, I'm Truett Tollett from WT Equipment. We've got the best deals of the year on all model year 2023 and select 2024 Workmaster and Boomer compact tractors. Right now, you can choose 0% financing for up to 72 months or take up to $8,500 in cash back. Or for a limited time, get a free loader with your purchase. Harvest the best deals of the year during Value Bonanza at WT Equipment in Springdale and at our 7 other locations. Offers end December 31st. For commercial use only, subject to credit approval and C&H Industrial Capital LLC. End of terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Hey gang, Blake Young here with Wood Power Sports. Currently, we are overstocked on select Polaris, Honda, Kawasaki, and Can-Am product. If you're in the market for a new side-by-side, ATV, or motorcycle, come see us soon. We're about to blow these out, and I can promise you they won't last long. Also, these products are high-demand products, not your typical on-sale stuff that no one wants. Our deals won't be beat, and your buying experience will be unmatched. We look forward to serving you. Wood Power Sports, solid name you can trust.
Hey there, I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. We had a cold front move through this morning, which is continuing to drop our temperatures this afternoon. Mid-40s around 3 o'clock with northwesterly winds gusting up to around 25 miles an hour. That's going to make it feel just a bit cooler than it already will be. You can expect, though, gradually clearing conditions, and clear skies tonight will really allow those temperatures to get cold. Mid-20s early Tuesday morning with a return of sunny skies. I'm 4029 meteorologist Majestic Storm. I hope you have a great start to your week.
ESPN 99.5. Giving you the entertainment you deserve. Here's Ruscin and Zach.
Okay, we're back here on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app, 866-285-4005.
Yeah, my buddy Gary Reed has joined us. Now, no swearing. I know that you work in profanity like Michelangelo worked in oils. So I need you to really, need you to dial in here.
It's hard to concentrate, really.
Okay. Now, Gary Reed is with the Springdale Athletic Boosters, and we do every year. We do a turkey trot on Thanksgiving Day. If you're going to be up here in Northwest Arkansas, I get to MC the event. You're going to give me the starter's pistol again this year. Very excited about that. Now, if you're in what?
It's a dangerous game, man.
Oh, the first time they gave it to me, I wish you could have seen my face. It was like a kid on Christmas.
He's Dirty Harry.
That really was.
He unloaded the starter pistol.
Ahead. You feel lucky?
No one's ever shot 6 shots. They didn't know. They kind of started and stopped and started.
Yeah,
and
it was just
stopped.
bang, 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 bang.
Well, usually that's a false start, right? When you hear it twice at a track meet, I thought that was a false start.
Says you.
Very confusing to hear.
When he shoots 6 shots, the guy came out of the trailer. Hey, give me the pistol.
I mean, the cops were.
You're out here emptying the clip.
Well, that was first time. I like a good starter's pistol. But the Springdale football boosters host a turkey trot on Thanksgiving Day. You're going to be up here in Northwest Arkansas. Gary's here to tell you about it. And this thing has grown immensely.
Oh yeah.
And if I saw this correctly, the weather's going to be okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit chilly, but it's always
They
chilly.
don't
No
care.
rain. No. We're actually over 225 runners, which is the most we've ever had.
Wow.
Before the race. We've had more run. The record's 330, but that's when they did it at Harvest. But yeah, it's pre-sign. You can sign up right now on runsignup.com.
Runsignup.com.
Just Google the Turkey Trot or search the Turkey Trot, and we're going to have package pickup on Wednesday night at 5:30 to 6:30.
Where?
At the community hall. So it's a community room.
That's on just off Emma Street.
Yes, at City Hall. I'm going to City Hall. That's a pretty dangerous thing right there.
Well, you've been arrested multiple times, so yes.
I've been on the other side, but this time I'm going to be on the right-hand side, which is the City Hall part. I have been in the police section of that building.
All right, so we go. We run signup.com, get registered. Pickup is on Wednesday. What time are we? What time do we send them?
We are going to send them at 8, and we will be back there at 6:30 in the community room.
Yeah. Like I've done this. I guess this will probably be my 15th year doing this, something like that. It's been a while, but it's so cool because everybody's in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
Dressing up is encouraged. DQ, they wear the big turkeys on their heads.
Dogs.
Fun.
They dress up like hot dogs, all kinds of stuff. Now, Gary had an incident. Was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? Where now are we doing the 5K and the 10K or just the 5?
We are doing the 5K and the fun run, no 10K
Okay.
anymore.
Well, the 10 after Gary lost a couple of our runners. They forgot to mark off the end of the 5K where you turn around and go back. They ran right past Gary and kept going.
Yeah.
And we lost a couple of runners in the process.
Eventually, you'll hit like Lake Springdale, and that's where we found them running around Lake Springdale. We had to drive the car up there and bring them back in. Then last year we didn't have any markings on the 1K fun run, and a couple of kids just ran the 5K. They came back. They're about 8 years old. They're winded. The parents were nervous, and I'm like, they'll come back.
It runs off like a Swiss car. Now this thing. I mean, there's the big running board, and I mean we've got the standings. You get your times. There's prizes.
Everybody gets a medal.
Everybody gets a medal. There's prizes at the end of it. I get to read those off, which is always one of my favorite things to do. And on Thanksgiving morning, we send them off at 8. We're out of there by 10:30.
Oh yeah,
at the very latest.
You make the Lions game.
Oh yeah, I mean you're off. Yeah, you make the Lions game. You get home in plenty of time, and like I said, everybody's in a terrific mood.
But you can run with a dog. People have asked me that question.
Can I run with a Gary?
No. Gary only runs if chased.
I understand. Now, okay, run. Give me the
runsignup.com.
Okay, now the pickup is in downtown Emma, Emma Street, downtown
201 Spring Street. So it's like City Hall. Literally, we're in City Hall.
Now, if they have questions, what's the best way to go about getting information?
Go on Run Sign Up, and then you can send me an email. I've got several emails.
Okay. Well, there you go. You going to go run? No. DQ, you want to go run with me?
It sounds like fun.
But
I won't be in Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, see, there
you can do it virtual.
Yeah, you can just
run in place.
Yeah, get on the treadmill and just run. And it is a lot of fun. I mean, we launch them. We're launching them from the same spot again, right?
Yep.
We launch them on
right up the
Turnbow,
Greenway.
and you run right up the Greenway, and it's I just checked the weather. It's going to be low at 29, so it'll probably be in the mid 30s. Which for have you ever been to one of these things? I mean, these people are nuts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they are insane with all of this stuff.
When I started, I was like 340 pounds 14 years ago. So my first time, I'm like in the prepackaged pickup, and this guy comes and goes, "Hey, is the course hilly?" I'm like, "What?" Yeah, it's the course hilly. I'm like, "Buddy, look at me. I'm 340. I don't run it, buddy.
No.
You're paying me $20 to run. Okay, so this is the greatest thing ever. I should do a 5K every weekend."
Now I've got a standard joke for when we get everybody out there. Like I call everybody out, and there's kind of there's an area where everybody kind of waits, and then I bring them up to the starting line, and we say, good morning, and everybody's you're like, I can't hear you. So we do a little SpongeBob, and we get everybody moving, and then we fire the pistol 6 times, and we empty the clip. Absolutely.
The kill shot.
Absolutely. I look. It's not my fault y'all handed me a gun. That's dumb.
Yes, it's close to hunting you'll ever come, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm not going out. I'd be afraid the deer would maul me. All right, so Thursday morning, pickup is Wednesday night. We'll start everybody starts gathering around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Everybody kind of hangs out, and then 8 o'clock we'll send them on your way. You're out by 10:30.
Get a goodie bag. I think this year, instead of that junk headband, they got some kind of fancy little water bottle. Miss D runs that, and I had to rope her back in. I'm like, this is a fundraiser. You can't give everybody. They're paying $30 if you give them $70 in the goodie bag.
Now, how much is sign up?
$32.50.
$32.50 for sign up,
and $10 for the fun run.
There you go. My daughter will be there, so have something for her because she will hunt you down if you don't.
Is she going to run?
No, absolutely not. Does she look like she can run distance? No.
What about track? You going to be there in track this year?
No.
Shot put?
No, she said she's told me many times she's slow as a tortoise. So
she's retiring from her track and field career.
Yeah, without much of a medal, she's going to retire.
No cross country, no nothing. Huh?
No, absolutely not. But she'll be there to boss you around, and that's what we're there for.
That's always the best.
So that's what we got. Springdale Turkey Trot. I'll be out there yelling, screaming. I take the megaphone with me, and it's a very, very useful little thing.
It's good.
All right. Gary, thank you so much.
Thanks for
I'll
having
see
us.
you Thursday morning.
All right. See you then.
Buddy.
All right. Thank you, Gary. All right. Springdale
Turkey Trot. Yep, Turkey Trot.
Very
225 runners. Beat them all.
You beat them all?
Now, we had a guy who was an Olympian a couple of years ago. We ran it out at Arvest. And, he ran, I want to tell 5Ks, 3.2 miles? He ran it in, 16 minutes. I went in, got some coffee, and it usually takes, 20, 30 minutes or so. And I turn around, and I'm coming out, and, he's running up the road, and I'm like, what the hell? Actually, that's not what I said. I said, what the... And
hell,
hell, sure, why not? But he's coming back, and he ran it in I swear to you, it might have been 17:32. Ran that thing. I mean, I can't drive 3 miles that fast. Not in Springdale. Not on that part of Springdale. That's right. Yeah, DQ hates that part of Springdale. Thursday Turkey Trot, and we'll if you have any questions, just text us. We'll get you signed up.
Okay, all right. Always a Thanksgiving tradition,
unlike any other.
Unlike any other. That's right. DQ, do you want to do the poll questions now?
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll go to break?
Okay.
Okay.
Your poll questions. Are we as a society using LOL too much?
Way too much.
82% of people said yes. Do you have sitting jeans and standing jeans? 49% of people said they don't know what that means. 38% said no, they do not. And 11% said yes, they do have sitting and standing jeans. And how many Thanksgiving dinners will you be attending this year? 47% said only one. And those are your polls. Go touch grass.
All right. We'll be back with more coming up here. Ruscin and Zach, ESPN Arkansas.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
I get on that fancy bus they meet us with, and my damn belt exploded.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Now it's time to go to our live remote man on the scene for the big WKRP turkey giveaway.
Yo, something just came out of the back of the helicopter. It's, oh my God, a turkey! Oh, that crashing into your right.
Thanks for that on-the-spot report, boss.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Happy Thanksgiving from ESPN 99.5.
Hey, it's Phil Elson for Good Feet. Thanksgiving is here, and of course that means family and friends, big meals, napping on the couch, and football on TV. But do you realize, though, how much you're on your feet over the holiday? Setting the table, cleaning the kitchen, cooking, and then weekend shopping, turkey bowl football games, and chasing the kids around. And if you suffer from foot or ankle pain, it's tough to take part in it all. Maybe you've tried those drugstore insoles. Have they worked? Let me suggest a quick trip to Good Feet. There's 2 locations in Northwest Arkansas, across from Walmart on Mall Drive in Fayetteville and Rogers off I-49 across from Topgolf. Here's what happens. No wait. Going to do a little walk-around test. You're going to get fit for Good Feet arch supports. And boom, it's that simple. These are different and frankly just better than those drugstore insoles. They won't help your turkey stay juicy or help you smile while cleaning the kitchen, but Good Feet can help take the pain away. They helped with mine. Look online at goodfeet.com.
Gentry Public Schools is proud to celebrate champions on and off the field. From their state champion esports and state champion bowling team to their national champion powerlifters and regional champion and state semifinalist softball team, Gentry Athletics is leading the way. And that's not all. All of their competitive sports programs and top-tier facilities provide the perfect environment for success. Be a part of something great at Gentry. Visit their website, follow them on social media, and download their app to stay connected with the action. Gentry Public Schools, where champions are made.
At Liberty Defense Group Academy, they prepare you for life's most critical moments. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced shooter, instructors are here to guide you through firearm safety, self-defense, and tactical readiness. With their years of experience in law enforcement and military, safety is their mission and training is their passion. They offer an array of different courses for different goals and objectives, such as women's only Mama Bear course or level 1, 2, or 3 courses for varying levels of experience. Learn more and enroll at ldgtrainingacademy.com. Prepare, defend, succeed with Liberty Defense Group Academy.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Is your hair game in overtime? Then head to Fantasy Sports Cuts, the ultimate hair joint for men. We don't just cut hair, we draft the perfect style for your dome. Our scissor-wielding all-stars will turn your mop into a championship look. Want the Hail Mary Mohawk or the Slam Dunk Fade? We've got you covered. So hustle down to Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every day is game day for your hair. Walk-ins are welcome or book online at fantasysportscuts.com or give us a call. Fantasy Sports Cuts at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
On the Mark is under new ownership and better than ever. With 6,000 square feet of sports entertainment and over 40 flat-screen TVs, it's the best place to be for all the games. Enjoy the best smoked wings and ice-cold beer while you cheer on the Razorbacks. Plus, every time the Hogs score, take advantage of the Woo Pig Shot Special. On the Mark Sports Bar and Grill, 2588 North Gregg Avenue in Fayetteville. All the games, all the time. On the Mark Sports Bar and Grill, where the game never stops.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This Thanksgiving, skip the stress and enjoy a delicious feast with Richard's Country Meat Market. From fresh turkey and prime rib to pork crown roast, Richard's has the best meats for your celebration. Pre-order your sliced roast turkey turkey breast, or ham today. Make it even easier with Richard's complete holiday meals, including rolls, cornbread stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, and homemade pumpkin pie. Open Monday through Wednesday, the week of Thanksgiving. Call them 479-443-0000. Visit them at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville or online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
ESPN 99.5. Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
You know what DQ is doing tonight? I'm very excited about this.
What is DQ doing tonight?
Tell him.
I'm going to see Wicked.
There it is.
Ah, yeah, she told me that earlier. Yeah, where are you going to see it?
Well, I'm not going to, for safety reasons, give my location.
The Twin Pines Mall.
Are you afraid that all the Marcus Freeman fans might come find you?
No.
Oh.
But I'm very excited.
What time does the show start? Like soon?
No.
Like, do you need to leave?
No. I couldn't get a good seat to the 6 o'clock showing.
Monday?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sure it made a ton of money this weekend.
No, yeah, it did. Number one,
It beat
$110 million.
Gladiator 2.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Gladiator 2 was not great. Only $55 million on like a $300 million budget. That is not good.
If you put a 2 after the title, you're not going to do well. You have to make it seem
You
like
have to trick people?
you have to make it. It's marketing. You have to make it seem as though it's an entirely different.
Wait, is
style.
marketing and tricking people the same thing?
Yes.
I don't
But
think
we
you're
don't
allowed-
like to say tricking people.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
But
oh my God, 2 hours and 40 minutes of this?
It's long.
I don't. Is there an intermission?
I'm going to be
Oh
up
my
kinda
Lord.
late.
Oh God,
There's
I can't do that.
If you're going to be
I
up
was-
late, should we expect you at 9:05?
No, I have something to do here tomorrow early. So.
Okay, I like the initiative.
Yeah. But so I thought about going to the 10:30 showing one night. If you went to the 10:30 showing, you would be getting out of the movie
1 in the
theater
morning.
at 1 in the
Yeah.
morning.
That's nuts.
Well, there's
That's
no one on the
crazy.
roads.
Yeah, I mean, straight shot home. You can't complain about traffic.
Yeah.
Right, there will be no traffic.
But I'm very excited.
I expect a full report tomorrow.
I bet I'll cry.
They're now saying 114 million to take the box office this weekend for Wicked.
Okay.
Gladiator 55.5.
That's not great.
No, not good because they pumped
a lot into that.
Yeah. I think they spent 120 on Wicked, so they've almost made their money back on one weekend. That's
pretty
What
good.
you're looking
Yeah,
for.
that's what you want.
That's what you're looking for right there. All right. What else? What did you learn today, DQ?
Okay.
God.
I have 2 bug-related ones.
Oh, good.
Bugs.
Okay. The banana slug
Yeah.
is the official state slug of California.
Heck yeah.
Isn't there a team? One of their colleges is the Banana Slugs.
I think you're
Really?
right about that.
Yeah.
Okay. My second bug one is 25% of all known animal species are beetles.
Okay. All right. I didn't know there were more than one beetle.
There are lots of beetles.
I just found that out. I learned today that the S in Harry S. Truman and the S in Ulysses S. Grant didn't stand for anything. They're just initials.
Wow.
Make them seem more important. Harry Truman or Harry S. Truman.
Yeah.
Ulysses Grant? Or
I do know a girl whose middle name is just T.
Really?
The letter T.
Does she go by like the full name?
No. But she could, and that would be cool.
Okay.
I remember Bozo T Clown. You know what the T stood for?
Cletus T Judd.
The T in Bozo T Clown stands for the. Yeah, that was the old joke on the Bozo show.
Wow.
Many years ago. I learned there's never been a blind schizophrenic.
Oh.
Never happened.
So you're saying it's in the eyes?
It is.
The
Yes, that's
crazy is in the eyes.
That's what they say.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is.
About that.
You ever, meet somebody and they got the crazy eyes and you're like, whoa. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I was single once. I met some. I saw the crazy eyes. I know what time it is.
All right.
Jamie, that is not his middle
Jamie,
initial.
come on.
And what does the H stand for anyway? I always thought it was Horatio, but I don't think that's right.
UB.
UB?
UB. Okay. Well, why not? Anything else?
I also learned that the trampoline was a trademark name, and the generic used to be Rebound Tumbler.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
It's
like tissue and Kleenex.
Yeah, that
Can't
doesn't
say
work.
trampoline. Rebound Tumbler.
Rebound Tumbler.
Yeah.
DQ, what's your favorite Rebound Tumbler game?
Popcorn, right?
Yeah.
Popcorn's good.
It's probably because
Popcorn.
when you're playing zombie, you get really scared about someone falling off the side. So, it's just best if you don't play that game.
So this is a very great historical day, November 25th in history. All right.
Okay.
Today is the birth date of dynamite. In 1867, Alfred Nobel
Of
did dynamite.
of Nobel Prize fame?
Yeah. He
Okay.
established the Nobel Prizes later in his
Do you think
life.
he discovered it by accident?
I don't know. He used his dynamite fortune to establish the Nobel Prize. Actually, that's what he did.
Can one have a dynamite fortune?
Well, he invented it, so
Okay.
yes.
All
yes.
right.
And then, 104 years ago today, the first football play-by-play broadcast ever on radio. Texas and Texas A&M on WTAW in Texas. 104 years ago.
I hated him then. That would have been 104 years ago to win, but 1920?
Think about Think about that. Like, no one's ever done anything before. How are you describing football on the radio when it's never?
Yeah,
there's no one to steal from.
Right.
You are it.
Everybody stole from you.
That's right.
You think he had a board?
I don't know what he had. A few scraps of paper, maybe.
Yeah, he had
What do you
to have had a
do?
board.
Oh, you think he
Big
had
Sean McDonough size board.
the giant,
Right.
the spotter charts.
Yeah, with the menu in front of you.
Oh, yeah. That's right. There goes Grayson all the way down. He's taking it to the 22-yard line.
Here we go back with the carnival barker thing again.
That's what radio people sounded like in 1920.
Like what?
Well, like the guy.
Like the guy. All right.
What's a greater thing to happen? Football on the radio or dynamite? The tough one.
I'm going to go football on the radio. Speaking of which, Arkansas plays in 40 minutes. We'll be on the air in 40 minutes with the Razorback
TNT.
Dynamite. DQ, that's AC/DC. They're going to cover the 34.5 tonight?
Probably. This team stinks.
Okay.
Look for Big Z. What's a prop on threes? Over. More.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Higher. Whatever. Yeah.
More.
Yeah, he's going to put on a shooting display.
Okay.
There you go. And then Illinois Thanksgiving. And
So you're gonna put
I don't
on
know about that one. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're going to put on a hitting exhibition, so stick around.
Yeah, that's right.
What time are we playing? 7 o'clock? The line right now is 34.
34 on the BetSaris.
Yep. No money line being offered at the moment.
All right. Kevin says Alfred Nobel regretted inventing dynamite. So who had the greater regret, Nobel or Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. But we'd get a little bit more mileage out of that. Maybe not.
Well, you got to add a more controversial figure in there who had more
But
regret.
to be fair, no one's throwing dynamite out of a, plane yet. Anyway, maybe they should try that.
Yeah, like who had more regret, Kevin Federline or Oppenheimer? Clearly, Kevin Federline. See, you get more mileage out of that one.